What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Blue and Orange Brunch. We got some things to talk about as the New York Knicks prepare to take on the uh, Detroit Pistons tonight in a much heated battle of revenge. Mike Brown, he calls on for Knicks pride as the Knicks try to redeem themselves against the top team in the East. I'm going to tell you why I believe we will smash the Detroit Pistons tonight. We also got some OG Anunoby news. Will he be playing tonight? We will give you the most recent update on his toe injury. We'll also talk about Mitchell Robinson. And yes, load management. How well has his load management been? And will it continue to help him thrive? And speaking about Mitchell Robinson, that brother Giannis Antetokounmpo, he rears his ugly head again, as we do have something to address, and we'll talk about the connection to Mitchell Robinson. And we'll also talk about how the Knicks may have benefited from Giannis staying in Milwaukee. Mike Brown says he wants to throw Jeremy Sohan and Jose Alvarado into the fire. Well, Alvarado's already been in the fire. But how will Sohan's minutes continue to impact the development of Mo Diawara? We're going to talk about all of these topics today on the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. Big time salute and welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes, man. Tell a friend that we live, man. Welcome to the show. And boy, do we got an action-packed event for you. On the way in, you guys know what you have to do. Smash that like button. All right. It helps shows the algorithm that this is one of the best shows on YouTube. You have to do your part. Also, we know that a lot of you guys are watching the show, but you guys are not subscribed to the show. In the last 28 days, 58.8% of our viewers are not subscribed. So we have to close the gap. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And the next milestone is 5K. So what better way to celebrate that next milestone by not just giving away a prize to the subscribers? All you have to do to enter this contest is subscribe. And once we get to 5K subscribers, we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card, man. So I look forward to, I want to see who wins this. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Big time salute to everybody in the building. Man, some announcements before we begin, and we do got an action-packed show. We're going to keep our foot on the Detroit Pistons' head. But let me just say, there's a couple of things I got to address. If you didn't watch the show last night, definitely right after this, go watch that Knicks War Room show. It went there, y'all. It went there, y'all. But I want to say this. I know we get a lot of new people. A lot of you guys are new, and you don't understand certain inside jokes that we have. Last night, I made a reference that, this is Detroit Fan TV. It's a joke. I am the objective Knicks fan, okay? We talk about the Knicks predominantly most of the time on this channel. We do got a show called NBA Fan Saturdays where we talk about the rest of the league, but this channel is 95% Knicks talk. Right? Even though we may bring up other teams or we may have people from other teams call in. So I am not really a Detroit Pistons channel. They just like to come here because guess what? What we do on this channel, we talk real basketball. And I keep it real 100% of the time. So if that joke went over your head, it's cool. I know that I am not a Detroit fan, Pistons TV. The joke was that they don't have content creators. That was the joke. So, and they all come over here and they want to talk with us. But it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you this: the Knicks War Room will continue. And if you are a content creator or content creators from other teams and they would like to have a discussion that makes sense, have them hit the link tree. The link tree is on the screen. They can hit up linktree/TheObjectiveFan. And from there, we will be able to have a discussion. They can send an email, and that's where the email address is also info@thisweekinside the Knicks. But if you want to go to the link tree is in the description of this video. And I loved it. I loved it. I had a great time. Iron sharpens iron. Sometimes we have to have discussions with other teams just to see how they feel about us. So sometimes that's what I want to see. I want to see how do they feel about the Knicks. And the truth of the matter is, the Detroit Pistons, that's what they do. They want us to care about them. And the sad part is we just don't. Okay, we really don't. But big time salute to all the people in the channel chat. I see J Rose in the building early. Salute to all the channel members. Salute to Maxine, the super producer, in the building. Randu, big time salute to you, Randu, and to all of you guys that enter the show. We got to make sure we continue to smash that like button. I will shout out the MVP donors a little bit later into the show. All right. And I'm going to get into research mode. So let me get out of here. Hold on. 2 seconds. How? All right. So as I enter research mode, I'm going to talk about the first topic I want to talk about is going to be tanking and how tanking impacts the Knicks. Because the NBA has a clear tanking issue. And hold on, give me 2 seconds. The NBA has a clear tanking issue, and I'm glad that I think it was the Dallas Mavericks and the Indiana Pacers, they were fine. So I'm happy to see that the league is trying to take some initiative to curb tanking, because we know that this is going to be the best draft, one of the best drafts in a long time. So the false promise of tanking and why these Knicks can't stay clear of it. So this is a good read. I'm not going to read the entire article. But there's a lot of teams like the Kings, the Jazz, the Pelicans, the Nets, and the Wizards. They just pretty much gave up the season. You see some of their guys having season-ending surgery, like Anthony Davis. We still don't know what the hell is going to happen with Trae Young. He hasn't played a game yet for the Washington Wizards. They clearly have incentive to tank because we own their pick. So that's one way you could say tanking impacts the Knicks. We're in limbo right now with this Wizards pick because it's top 8 protected. So the Wizards are trying to fall and lose as many games as they can so they can keep their pick. And that's the deal with most of these teams, right? Like the Indiana Pacers, for example. They're trying to tank because they traded in order to get Zubac. They top 4 protected their draft pick. So the only way they can keep the pick is if it's a top 4 pick. If the Pacers get a 5th pick, they lose their pick. That means they don't get a first-round pick in this deep draft. So there's a lot of implications. There's a lot of things going on in the league. And Adam Silver, he's trying to crack down on it. But here is the truth on tanking. The only way we can crack down on it, he's going to have to take away picks from people. Like, if you really want to curb the tanking, you don't have to do it on the first offense. You can fine them hard, $1 million fine. We find you guilty for tanking, $1 million fine. Then from there, we will consider doxing those picks. All right? Now, I want to get to the part where it talks about the game. So now listen to this. Here's how the East or the schedule shakes out for the top teams in the East. The Pistons have 8 games against takers. We have 9 games against tankers. And hopefully those 9 games are wins. So would it be safe to say you could look at our record now, 35-20. You can add another 9 wins to it. So we'll at least get to 44 wins because those teams are tanking. Okay. And this is the overall schedule as well. From the easiest to the toughest. All right. So we don't have the easiest schedule, but we have the 11th easiest schedule. Okay. And when you look at the teams that have easier schedules than us, most of these teams are soft. Only the Sixers are a team. This is why you got to watch the Sixers, right? The Cavs are another team. You got to watch the Cavs. They got a lot of easy games. Hawks are another team. Hawks, Cavs, Sixers. Okay, those teams right there. Now the Bucks, we're going to talk about them in a second with Giannis. But do they tank? Or will it be hard for them to tank because they have an easy schedule? And then Giannis comes back. Giannis is rumored to be coming back very soon. I'm not sure if you guys seen that report. So all this talk about, oh, Giannis is going to be banged up and out. No, he's ramping up to come back. So the Bucks might go on a run to try to get in the play-in tournament. Who knows? But yeah, tanking in the NBA, I feel like it's a huge problem. And I think that the league has to do some things to address it. But yeah, that's how the Knicks can't avoid tanking. You could look at that as fortunately or unfortunately. I don't know how you guys see that. To me, it's I don't think finding them is going to be the solution. Oh, really quickly, because I forgot, we got some games coming on. Let me go to ESPN, because normally when I start the show, we look at the scores. So let's do that. Let's go to ESPN really quickly, and let's look at the games for tonight, because I like that. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. I like to see exactly what we got going on in the league, so that way we can navigate where the Knicks are in the league. So we got basketball, guys. Basketball is back. I am super happy. Of course, we got the Knicks and Pistons game. Don't worry, I'm going to get to that. That's why you're here. I will tell you why we will beat down the Detroit Pistons. We will send them back to Detroit packing. I'm going to got a nice presentation I'm going to do for you guys on that. Right now, the Knicks are -3.5. We were a -4.5 last night. And I asked those Pistons guys last night, when was the last time Detroit was an underdog in the game? So Vegas must see something. We're going to talk about potentially what they see. Then you got the Rockets and the Hornets. This will be a great game. I might have to watch this replay condensed. I got to watch some Hornet games because they have been playing phenomenal basketball. They've been one of the hottest teams in the East. Then you got the Brooklyn Nets and the Cavaliers. Nobody gives a damn about that. You got the Hawks versus the 76ers. That's going to be a very interesting game because these two teams are competing. Well, the 76ers don't want to be in the play-in, and the Hawks, they're trying to make it to the playoff side. All right. Pacers, Wizards. This game will be interesting to see what lineups they put out there because both of these teams are clearly trying to tank because they got picks to protect. Then you got the Raptors and Bulls. This would be interesting. Do the Bulls fold it up? I'm not sure if the Bulls have their first round pick this year, but you know, they're a team that has made some moves that I think possibly can impact their playoff run negatively, but we'll see. I don't know. So this will be an interesting game to see how the Bulls come out. As far as the Suns and the Spurs, this game might be the game of the night besides our game, like on the West Coast. These are two teams that are trying to position themselves at the top of the Western Conference. And the Suns, they play some really good defense. All they do is they get steals and shoot threes. But will they be able to hold up against Wemby and the Spurs? The Celtics and Warriors are another really interesting game. We know that we're in the dogfight race with the Celtics. The Warriors are not at their best because they don't have Jimmy Butler. And I don't think KP is going to play this game either. I got into a huge debate with a Warrior fan last night. This guy really believes that the Warriors have a shot. Okay, so he's a game time decision. Good luck with that. And then what was the last game? The last game is the Nuggets and the Clippers. There's some good games. If you're a League Pass watcher, you got some games to watch tonight. Denver, they're -4.5. Okay. I'm sorry I skipped the Magic and the Kings, but nobody gives a damn about that game. And the Magic also received some bad news. Franz Wagner is going to be out indefinitely. Yeah. So normally I make you guys wait for the Giannis stuff, but I think I'm going to get into the Giannis stuff right now, and then I'll take some calls. So there's a couple of things about Giannis. I'm going to start with the first article that I wanted to get to, which talks about why the Knicks benefit from Giannis staying in Milwaukee. Now, I don't completely agree with that because there is some other factors that you have to consider now. if you are trying to get trade for Giannis, right? Now, Giannis staying with the Bucks was the best possible outcome for the Knicks. Okay. So we know the trade deadline's behind us. Antetokounmpo, he's still on the Bucks. And that solves right. It would, if any fan believed the superstar is going to stay, he's not staying. That's one thing we know for a fact, that Giannis is going to be up out of there. 100,000%. He's not staying in Milwaukee. He's just trying to plot his way out. Does this drag out to 2027 off season, or does he finally put them in the compromising position to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo? Because no GM is going to trade their star player just to trade them. Like, that's not going to happen, right? He has to request the trade, okay? Big time salute to everybody who just joined the show. Continue to smash the like button as you enter the show, right? We need to let the YouTube algorithm know that this show is what it is. And also, we have a goal of 100 likes. So let's get the likes up so we can get closer to our goal as well. Big time salute to everyone who have joined the show. All right. We do appreciate you guys and your support for rocking with us. All right. Now let me keep it moving. So to bring it back to Giannis, right? So of course, everybody was reported to, not everybody, but most teams were reported to want to go trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay. Now, lack of a Giannis deal primes Knicks to make improved offer. See, I don't think that that's the problem. But technically, you get more picks, right? You get another first-round pick you could offer. If that Wizards pick conveys into a ninth pick or worse, you get that pick. So now you have some picks to package to the Milwaukee Bucks over the summer. The problem with that premise is the other teams also get an additional pick. So the other teams' offers get better too. So that's why that's part of the reason why I don't think that us waiting to the summertime to get Giannis, I don't think that was the best move for us to get him. I think it is more competition. And there's this team in LA called the LA Lakers who have a history and knack of getting players of this caliber. Us in New York, we don't have the history, right, and the knack for getting talented All-NBA first-team players. If we did, we would have them. We haven't had them, even under Leon Rose's regime. All respect to Leon Rose. Big time salute to Leon Rose. We love him, right? Big time. New York City salute. But not even he has delivered on that. And if you want to say Towns is that guy, okay, Towns is an all-star, but he is not an All-NBA first team, nor is he an MVP. We're talking about the next tier above where Towns would be rated at. And I love Big Bodega Cat, but I got to keep it real. That's what I do on this channel, all right? So they got 2 more first-round picks, right? Okay? And it's true that teams around the league won't be able to make as strong as offers with regards to players included, given that some of their contracts will have expired. See, that's another thing. So now Mitchell Robinson, who's a guy you could have thrown in the deal, not to say I want to trade Mitch. Relax, Mitchettes. I am not saying that I wanted to trade Mitchell Robinson, but he is somebody whose contract could have been utilized. But now you don't get his contract in the offseason, right? It's less to play with. That's what we're trying to say, all right? Now, here's another aspect, too, that Daily Knicks points out, that the Knicks benefit by giving their core a second chance, so to speak. So this is another reason why the window is tight, because even if you don't want us to sign Mitchell Robinson, you have to admit that, to trade for Giannis, you have to admit that if the Knicks do not get far in the playoffs, Giannis is going to be on the top of the docket for many of you. So, we have to, be able to recognize that aspect of it as well. That, okay, while we're giving them a second chance, the window may be shorter because now we know there's a guy who may be available that's going to be better than anybody who we have. So, take that how you want to leave it. But, hey, these guys have a great opportunity. I think we have a great chance to get to the finals. Great chance. In fact, I'm so confident against the Detroit Pistons and the Boston. Oh, listen, Max, please, if you're listening, please get a Boston fan that wants to do the war room. I would love to get into the war room with a Boston Celtics fan. And if you don't know what the war room is, we have a show called the Knicks War Room where we actually get into debates with other teams' fans. And we did the first episode yesterday. And I look forward to continuing that because I love the discourse, but I also believe in the Knicks. And I do believe we are favorites to come out of the East for a reason. It's not because we're in New York. It's because we have the best playoff polished team in the entire Eastern Conference. So Boston, if you are listening to this live stream and you want to get in the war room, I beg of you, let's go. All right. Now, I'm gonna add to this Giannis stuff because I was gonna honestly just leave that like that and to keep it moving. But then I saw somebody mention something that I could keep hinting towards. Here's the other downside. Let me go into this other article. Here's the other downside in not trading for Giannis. Well, you could look at it as a downside, upside. I mean, that's just how you see it. But here is another consequence in not trading for Giannis in the regular season. Okay? Giannis keeping the Knicks on the hook could be terrible news for Mitchell Robinson. Uh-oh, hold on. I know you guys out there, the Mitchell Robinson fans, y'all don't want to hear that? Hold on, wait. Hold on. I gotta get my soundbar right because a lot of you Mitchell Robinson fans, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. And you gotta, hold on. I don't know what's going on with my soundboard right now. It's bugging out. I'm gonna come back. Anyway, I was gonna play the Spooky in the Woods, by the way, for the Mitchell Robinson people. Anyway, so this could be terrible news for Mitchell Robinson. And here's the real reason why. All right. So one resolution to Mitchell Robinson's future with the Knicks was removed from the table at the deadline. We now know that they won't be moving him in advance of free agency. With Giannis Antetokounmpo's latest comments on his future, though, we also know that the Knicks won't be extending Robinson either. So because Giannis is on the table for the summertime, the Knicks cannot extend Mitchell Robinson. All right? They cannot do it. And the reason why they cannot do it is because the minute you extend Mitchell Robinson is the minute that you become a second apron team. All right? The minute you extend Mitchell Robinson is the minute that you become a second apron team. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, when you become a second apron team, right? When you become a second apron team, there's certain repercussions and things that you could do in terms of the moves you can make. So you can't do multiple players for one player anymore. So now Mitchell Robinson's fate truly hangs in the balance of Giannis. And to all of my Mitchettes out there is no world now where Mitch and Giannis stay with the Knicks together unless they move off of other salary to then replace that salary with Mitchell Robinson while still building a team. So to all you Mitchell Robinson people out there, I truly feel bad for you guys. I truly feel bad for you guys because this is the truth of where we stand, as an organization right now. Because we cannot X ourselves out of the Giannis trade completely. So hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from as I try to get my mouse back. I don't know what's going on with my mouse right now. We changed mouses. But what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Mitchell Robinson and his future with the Knicks being potentially compromised right now? All right. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. My mouse is bugging out. Gotta use another mouse. Let's see. But what I'll do right now, I'll take some calls, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion, and let me know how you feel about this. You know, let me know. Hold on, let me get to the wake-up call. Let me know how you feel about this. Mitchell Robinson more than likely would be up out of here if they go after the Giannis. And they won't sign Mitchell Robinson until Giannis is clear that they can't get him. So 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Let me go back to here. Let me get the number right here. So the number's also here as well. So you can call up 646-995-8389. Call up and voice your opinion. We're talking about the Detroit Pistons game tonight. Why I think we're going to smoke the Detroit Pistons. We're also talking about Mitchell Robinson as it relates to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay. And yeah, we got some things we could talk about. We could talk about Jeremy Sohan and Yabu as well. And yeah, we can move like that. Let me get my first caller. Hello, caller. State your name and where you're calling from. Can you hear me, caller? You got to turn down your background. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. We got some things we can talk about. We can talk about Jeremy. I'm gonna try to get him back. He's listening to the TV. You got to turn down your background when you call up. It's important that we do that. All right, it's important that we do that. 646-995-8389. If you want to call up and voice your opinion. Let me see if I can get this person back on the line. They just got to fix their background. Hello, caller. Can you hear me? Okay. He must be trying to call me back. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Call up and voice your opinion. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on this topic. So, apron politics, man. Once again, if there were no aprons, Giannis would have probably already been on the Knicks. But the fact that we have these apron rules, and now it restricts exactly what we can do. You know, hold on, let me try him one more time. See if we get him on the line. 646-995-8389. What's going on, caller? State your name and where you're calling from.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, this is Stacks. I'm from Harlem, but I'm out here in the A.
Nice. Stacks from Harlem. What's up, brother? Where you want to go? You want to talk about Mitchell Robinson, Giannis? Where you want to go? You want to talk about the game? Let's go. What say you?
Yo, I want to talk about Mitch real quick. Yo,
okay.
Mitch been holding it down, doing what they've been asking from him since day one. And if they don't keep him, then Brunson should be worried about that comment he said, thinking that the Knicks is going to do right by him. If they don't do right by Mitch, then they definitely not going to do right by you.
Okay.
You know what I
mean? So why do you think that they have to do right by Mitch? Like, what did Mitch sacrifice? We know Jalen Brunson sacrificed $100+ million. What did Mitchell Robinson sacrifice?
Mitch
for us to have to take care of. Okay.
Mitch made it known from day one that he wanted to stay with the Knicks. He could have been requested a trade. He been getting offers from other teams that been wanting him. He didn't. He stayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have definitely, like, that Mitch is worth way more. And the only reason why he stays is because they've been talking about the possibility of giving him a big bag if he could stay healthy or whatever the case, however they worded it.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll turn down your TV as well, because you could just hear me on the phone.
Okay.
What I'll say is this: that Mitchell Robinson, we've seen this story before. Right before he got paid, he was perfect health, one of his best seasons of his career. And as soon as he got paid, it was downhill from there. Should we be concerned about that this next time go around with Mitchell Robinson?
I don't think so, for one. And for two, he got hurt because of a dirty, nasty play. That wasn't his fault. Anybody getting hurt off of that. He didn't do nothing that, you know what I mean? Like, he got hurt because somebody else hurt him on purpose. That has to count. They have to take that into consideration.
Okay. So you're willing to sign Mitchell Robinson and void your opportunity of trading for Giannis? Because that's essentially what it will do.
Yes, I would. And the reason why is like the reason why we're talking about with Sohan and Alvarez uh, is because we don't need no more scoring. Giannis will be bringing more scoring than defense, right? Mitchell Robinson is the best offensive rebound. You can't replace Mitchell Robinson. You can replace Giannis. There's 20 other
You
players
could
in the league.
replace Giannis. Oh, wow.
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
What Giannis do with the other players that we have on our team is substitute for Giannis. Like what I'm trying to say is the things that Giannis
10
brings. We have 2 or 3
seconds.
players on our team that can bring what Giannis brings. There's nobody in the league that can bring what Mitchell Robinson brings.
Okay. Thank you, brother, for the call. I got your number and your name and number locked in. So the next time you call, I know exactly who you are.
All right, thank you,
Big
man.
time
I just
salute.
tuned in to you, man. So I like what
I
you're doing out
appreciate
there.
it.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, peace.
All right. Big time salute to the caller, first time caller. Feel free to listen, guys. You guys can call up. You know, I disagree with the caller, but I allow you guys to speak your mind. And by the way, these are the rules for the call-up show. Each call is 3 minutes. All right. You hear the let's go. That's the start of the call. When you hear the buzzer, the time is up. Now, we do have the $5 callback rule. You can call back by sending a $5 Cash App or a link tree to $/TheObjectiveFan. All right. $/TheObjectiveFan. Or you can hit the link tree as well if you're not feeling the Cash App. But just to let you know, that's how you can call back and participate in the show if you get triggered later. I want to respond to some of the things the brother said. I completely disagree with his take that Giannis is replaceable. We have other guys that do what Giannis does. That's not true. Giannis is an MVP. We don't have nobody on that team that's an MVP. Giannis is a defensive player of the year. Mitchell Robinson is not a defensive player of the year. Okay? Giannis averages 30, 10, and 6. We don't have nobody on our team that can do that. I love Towns. He's going to give you the 10 rebounds. He's not giving you 30. Giannis is a two-way player. Giannis might be the best two-way player in basketball. He plays defense. Our defense will get better with Giannis. That's a fact. Giannis is somebody who puts the efforts out there. He can protect the rim, and he puts a value on defense. Also, Mitchell Robinson, I love him. I tell him he's the best offensive rebounder in basketball. That's a fact. There's no debating that. But I can get offensive rebounding. Matter of fact, last year we were very competitive on the opponent side of rebounding without Mitchell Robinson. We got Josh Hart. I can sign another guy that can get rebounds. He don't have to be as prolific as an offensive rebounder than Mitch, but he probably gets buckets, something that Mitch doesn't do, and he probably can hit his free throws. That's another thing that Mitchell Robinson doesn't do. So because Mitchell Robinson is a liability, I can't play him every night. I got to load manage him. He's only going to play half of the games that he's there, right? What am I paying for? Then he compared the brother to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is in another stratosphere. Jalen Brunson has made the Knicks relevant again. He's All-NBA second team. He should have been a first teamer. I think he's going to be a first teamer this year. Jalen Brunson sacrificed money. He has relationships with Leon Rose. We're not going to act like the only reason why Jalen Brunson is here is because of the relationship. The relationship to Leon and that staff. That's why he's here. So Jalen Brunson is in a different stratosphere. We're talking about superstars. Are you telling me that you'd rather have Mitchell Robinson, a guy who you can't even use the injury argument, right? I understand it was a dirty play, but Mitchell Robinson was injured before that as well. So the one dirty play does not clean up this. Hold on, let's go there. I didn't want to pull out the cannon on Mitchell Robinson because I love the guy, but I gotta respond to the caller. If you want to call up 646-995-8389, I'll let you talk. That's one thing about me. Even if I disagree with you, I'm not gonna be on some You got to agree with me. That's corny. You can have your opinion, and you will get your 3 minutes to talk about it. You know, but I'm gonna pull up Mitchell Robinson. So yes, last year, 17 games, he 30 play. But what about 31 games? Right? Then he played 59 games, which is solid. I take it. I hope I could get Mitchell Robinson 59 games this year. I take it, you know? And then 72 games, this is what I was trying to tell the brother. This was the contract year. Am I to be fooled again? That during his contract year, this is when he wants to be the most durable, right? But now, what about this? What about the 31 games, right? So, yeah, we got to be mindful of his injury history. Oh, I don't know what that's about. Stop. But, yeah, we have to be mindful of it. And that impacts the bag. This has to impact the bag, y'all. You know, as much as I love Mitchell Robinson and I don't really care about other people's money, but if you asking me, Mitchell Robinson's situation prevents me from getting Giannis, yeah, I'm bye, Mitch. I'm sorry. Now, the only way we could keep Mitchell Robinson is we got to get off of some other contracts because we would be hard capped at the second apron. It's very important to understand that. And I don't think most people understand the business of basketball. And you shouldn't. We're fans. You know, that's not really our goal to understand the business side of it. But the business side of it is the reason why some of the things that we think should happen doesn't happen. But this is the reason why Mitchell Robinson does not have an extension, and he won't until Giannis is either on the other team or he makes a public statement saying that he does not want to come to the Knicks. What I want to do right now, I'm going to give a big time salute to the MVP donors because I appreciate the support from all of you guys. All right, really quickly, let me 2 seconds. I just got to troubleshoot this. Okay, bam. So I'm going to give a big time salute to the MVP donors, man. I do appreciate all of you guys' support. My man AP, big time salute to you, AP. Big time salute to my man Shane, who actually used the $5 callback last night. Big time salute to you, Shane. Of course, Skywalker from Detroit. Big time salute to him 272. Big time salute to you. Big time salute to I got to come back to that. I'm not sure that I'll re-update this name. My handwriting is bad. If y'all could read that, those are the MVP donors. What's that name on the bottom left corner? I don't know. I write too fast. I got to slow down. Big time salute to J-Tap. My man LD. Big time salute to LD. All right. My man Sean Hayes. Of course, my man Mellow Mike. Big time salute to Mellow Mike. And big time salute to my man Pat the Engineer, who was up all night. Yo, we went live on Big Dog Talk Sports last night after the War Room show. We was up there for a long time. And my man Pat the Engineer, he stayed there. I appreciate you guys' support. You guys know that you guys are always the MVP donors. You got to show love to who show loves to you. That's just the Brooklyn way. And that's just how I was raised. So big time salute once again. All right. So if you can't call in, you could also send in a donation as well. And I will read your message on the screen and I will treat it in place of a phone call because some of you guys are at work. I understand. And you can't get on the phone. The boss is listening, et cetera, et cetera. So you have this at your disposal as well. And that includes the Cash App or the link tree, whatever you prefer. I will get your message on the screen. Okay. Big time salute to that guy 22 re-upping on the membership. Big time salute that guy 22. And yo, that guy 22. Big time salute to you on the Knicks Fanathon, man. He held it down with me. We did the first ever 24-hour live stream. And by the way, that footage will begin tomorrow. We'll post. We start the first episode. We'll post tomorrow. And if you are a channel member, you'll be able to watch the entire series. You could binge it the whole weekend, right? But if you're not a channel member, it'll drop once a day for the next 12 days or something like that. So big time salute to you, that guy 22. There's a lot more I want to get into. We got to talk about this game tonight. I want to talk about OG Anunoby's toe of ocean. That's crazy. Yo, guys, there's no way I could want to have that. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Toe of ocean is the worst. By the way, before I continue as well, let's get the likes up, y'all. We got to get the likes up. All right. The goal is 100 likes minimum. So as you enter the show, smash that like button. All right. It's important to the algorithm. If you're enjoying the broadcast, I do this every morning. Well, every afternoon now. It started as a breakfast show. Now it's a brunch show. But we're here every day, 2-a-days. So smash that like button. Let the algorithm know. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed, because we noticed that in the last 28 days, 58.8% of you guys are not subscribed. We have to continue to close the gap. It's very important to our growth and where we want to be as a channel. We also are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and we have giveaways. This is what you get. As soon as we get to the 5K mark, we will be giving away this Jalen Brunson rookie trading card. All right. Big time salute to all you guys in the building, and we appreciate your support. All right. Now, I want to talk about OG Anunoby, right? This brother, when we read it, because we actually did a show on this too, talking about the toe of ocean. Let me tell you something, man. Very, very painful. I don't want anybody talking about OG Anunoby's pain tolerance ever again. OG Anunoby toenail list. That was the update. We didn't know when we talked about it last time whether or not he lost his toenail. The brother lost his toenail. It's gone. Okay? That is scary. All right? That is frightening. Okay? So OG Anunoby says he's ready to play. Big time salute to my man OG Anunoby for, making a sharp comeback after going through such a painful process. But he says he's ready to play. I think he's going to play. Big time salute to OG. I hope that he's ready to go. Right? He says, I'm not sure exactly how or what led up to it, but it had to be removed. What? He said this at Tarrytown's practicing facility on Thursday. He said, it's getting better each day. It's not even 2 weeks yet, but it's healing. It's healing, and each day is getting better and better. Listen to this part. I have no toenail. I don't know when it will grow back. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That's a little spooky, man. A little spooky. Spooky in the woods on that one, man. Yikes. The Knicks had won 8 consecutive games before OG left the rotation with his toe injury. They went 2-2 with him on the sidelines. Detroit, I hope you're listening. We won 8 games with OG. OG's out the lineup. We went 2-2. OG is back. Do you understand that our starting lineup is supreme? We have one of the best starting fives in basketball, Detroit. I know you're listening, and I want you to get this message in very clearly. This Knicks team that you're going to face tonight will be different from the other 2 Knicks teams, because you hadn't seen us yet with our starting lineup. And I'm going to get the stat for you on what the Knicks starting 5 is, just so you can see the difference when you're playing up against one of the best starting lineups in basketball. And I don't think you guys are giving us our credit because you're so happy with the 2 regular season wins. Oh, yay! We beat y'all by a combination of 70 points. Let me tell you why that argument is just silly. You could have beat us by a combination of 2 points. When it gets to the standings, in terms of wins and losses, it only counts for 2 wins, not 20, not 30. So you don't get more credit for blowing us out. Maybe your differential gets higher. Okay, if you want to, that makes you feel better that you got a good differential. Kudos to you. But the fact of the matter is, you know, when we get in the ring or when we get on that court, we will redeem ourselves because we're really good at home. And I'm gonna do my full breakdown on this, but I just want to let you guys know with OG Anunoby's return, the starting five, last year's starting five, y'all ready for their record? 18-5. They are dominant. Last year's starting lineup is a +2 on the year. They play 10 minutes together as a group, and their record is 18-5. Now, this doesn't equate them starting together. This is just for the year total. So Detroit, understand that if I really dig through the crates, which I do anticipate doing it on the next Knicks in 10 show, it's probably going to be a whole lot better. I do got another call. Randu, what's going on, brother? Talk to me.
Hey, Karan, what's up?
Big time
Earlier
salute,
you
man.
was talking about Mitch.
Let's go. Yes.
I'm not the biggest Mitch fan in the world, but I'm not a Mitch hater. I like Mitch,
Right.
but I'm gonna say this: if we can get Giannis, we would have to let Mitch walk.
That's a fact.
Now I'm gonna say this though: the only way I'll be all in on getting Giannis is if we don't win the title this year.
Okay.
If we don't win the title, then I'm all in on bringing Giannis to the Knicks.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm riding with that.
That's why I'm kind of glad that we didn't kind of make the deal a few weeks back, because I want to see what this team is capable of doing.
I got you. The only reason why I wanted the deal to go down is because I know the apron politics. It's going to be a whole lot harder to build a team and trade for you. It's not to say it can't get done, but you're going to have to probably trade more salary because you're not going to be able to have a team with Giannis. Yeah. You're going to be hard capped at the apron again. The question is right now, Randall, is do we go into the second apron for Mitchell Robinson? So that's the question. What do you think about that? Would you go, let's say Giannis doesn't want to come. Would you go into the second apron for Mitchell Robinson? I guess you're going to probably say if we win the championship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But let's say, okay, so let's say you don't win the championship and Giannis is not available because he goes to the Lakers. Do you go into the second apron with Mitchell Robinson?
No.
Okay. 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 And then, okay, cool. So Giannis is off the table. What do you think the Knicks should do in that case?
If Giannis is off the table?
If Giannis is off the table.
Well, I'm gonna say this: we don't win the championship, there's gonna be a lot of changes made on this team.
Right, 100%. I agree with that. I don't think we got time.
The first move is probably Leon Rose is probably gonna be fired.
Ooh, we going there. Oh, we going there. He said, Leon, hold up.
Hey, man. Dolan says, man, he won a championship this year, so. Hey, man.
Wow. I hear you, Randall, man. I appreciate the call, my brother.
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. You back on later on tonight after the game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to do Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. Yeah, Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. 100%. I appreciate it.
All right. Later.
All right. Salute. Oh, yeah. I forgot to announce that earlier, too. Yeah, we're going to do Where There's Smoke, There's Fire tonight. Honestly, I'm like that. I wanted to do debate last night. But the reason why we didn't do it is because Detroit might not have shown up. Do you think those guys would have shown up when we smacked them tonight? You think they would have all came? They wouldn't have came. I think the guy who hosted the show with me, he might have came, but the rest of those guys were not coming. But if you guys want to continue the calls in between takes, 646-995-8389, call up, voice your opinion. I just talked about OG's scenario. I gave you the stat with the Knicks 5 playing together. That's not all starting either, by the way. I'm going to have that stat. Let me make note of that. I'm going to have that stat on the Knicks and 10 show because it's better than that. Okay? It's definitely better than that. So let me get the last year's starting 5. I will have that for you on the next show. Big time salute to everybody who's entering the show. Continue to smash the like button as you enter. It is important. We have a goal, 100 likes. Let's get to the 100 like mark, y'all. Smash that like button. It helps the algorithm. And we need to let YouTube know that this is one of the best shows on YouTube. Okay? All right? And while you at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we discovered that 58.8% of you guys are not subscribed. It helps with the algorithm. Also, if you are triggered and you want to call back, because I know you may get triggered, you can send in a Cashapp $TheObjectiveFan $5 callback rule in effect. Of course, the first call is 3 minutes. There is no charge to call up. You get your 3 minutes. Let's go. Buzzer. Okay? So that's how we're rocking and rolling today. There's some more things about tonight's game that I want to talk about. We talked about tanking. We talked about the Giannis stuff. I want to talk about Mike Brown's comments about throwing these guys into the fire. I love it. That's what we want to see. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I did get a call. Hold on. I might have hung up on him. My fault. Hold on. I'm gonna take these 2 calls and I'm gonna get into that Mike Brown stuff. Let me see if this guy will answer. If I miss your call, I will call you back.
Yo,
Hey, what's going on?
what's going on?
I believe this is hater number 9, right?
This Detroit Pistons fan number 9.
Yeah, Detroit hater number 9. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
going on, man? Where you want to go, man?
I
Detroit,
mean,
we about to dust y'all off. Where you want to go?
yeah, so y'all you got a lot of energy before this game tonight, but I want to see if you gonna keep that same energy when y'all take that L tonight. I want to know, is your energy gonna be at that same level to match the excuses, or which one is gonna be more after the game? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I wanted to do yesterday's debate after the game. I'm going to show up every day. I show up every day. Win, lose, it don't matter to me. So yeah, we got a show tonight. It's called Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. So make sure you're there because there's going to be some fire.
There. Oh yeah, because I can't wait to give it to these arrogant Knicks fans that want to keep trying to little brother Detroit when really like I said yesterday, we should be considered the big brother. I mean, we the ones that won in this millennium. And when I called you yesterday, you was trying to say, "Oh yeah, y'all won 20 years ago," but 20 years is not 50 years. That's a 30-year difference. That's not even close. So why is y'all win one little playoff series last year about one game? Y'all won the series, and we give y'all props to that. But um, Detroit Detroit is something special this year, and I know this your next show, but we got something special going on, and I ain't about to big up the Knicks when Detroit got it going on right now. Like, what can I say?
Man, listen, let me tell you something. While you guys are having a good season,
Great season.
keyword good season, you're not primed to break history because that's what you're going to have to do in order to make a championship run. You got to defy the odds. I don't even think y'all care about the championship. Y'all care more about beating us than the championship. That is a fact.
Oh, we absolutely care about the championship because, for one, our Lions disappointed us this year. They went out on a sad note, didn't give us our championship expectations that we was looking for. So we are uh, dependent on the Pistons right now here in Detroit to make us look good. And now after the All-Star break, not only do we have the best record in the East, but we have the best record in the league right now. So with that comes the expectations. And being that we have the number one seed, yeah, that was a little fight with Charlotte or whatever. We expect to see them in the first
10
round, but that's
seconds.
gonna be cute. But we got way bigger fish to fry than Charlotte and New York. We trying to hold that trophy up at the end.
Okay, brother. Well, I appreciate the call, number 9. I'll see you tonight.
All right, bet it up.
All right. So that's Detroit hater number 9. Once again, you see, to those of you who are new, there was a joke that went out that I am Detroit Fan TV. That's the reason they like to call up. I am a Knicks channel, but I talk to everybody. I'm not scared to talk to anybody. So that's just how we do things on this channel. All right. We give everyone a voice. Everyone gets 3 minutes. I have a no discrimination policy. Now, if you want to be disrespectful, I'm going to get you up out of here. But I don't give disrespect. I keep it on sports, basketball, no ad hominem attacks. We going to smack the Detroit Pistons tonight. And I'm going to be here after the game. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm going to keep the same energy, win or lose. Because everything I said on the War Room was complete facts. And I look beyond the regular season. You see how he said, oh, yeah, we want the championship. No, they don't want to care about no damn championship. Knicks fans don't think about Detroit. Y'all think about the Knicks because we are y'all championship. We are y'all in Bison. That's why I keep saying, yo, we in Bison. If we're not in Bison, then we ride you. We're one of the two. Either way you look at it, we're going to be in the finals. Detroit, all you got to do is prove me wrong. But I look forward to your calls. Celtics fans, step up to the pulpit. I got a target on y'all back. 646-995-8389. I did get another call. Let me see if this brother will answer. If you want to call up, voice your opinion, I will allow you to talk. What's going on, Moses, man? Talk to me, brother. Are you there, Moses?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, man. Talk to me, man.
Can y'all stop it about that Giannis trade, man? Let me get that out of the way. Listen, right now, we don't care about what Detroit Pistons have to say about us. Right now, this is the regular season. We focusing on getting guys back healthy little by little. We focusing on getting the team, clicking together. You know what I'm saying? We focusing on, Jeremy, I forgot his names. Jeremy.
Sohan.
Yeah. Listen, if Jeremy gets going and he really contribute a lot defensively, like you said he's good defensively, right?
I don't know. That's what they say. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see it, though.
Oh, okay. So, well, listen, if they could get him going, listen, Detroit, y'all have no shot at us, bro. In fact, you know what? I'm not worried about Detroit because y'all not going to face us in the playoff anyway. Another team going to knock y'all off before we do it. So
I agree.
So that's one. Two, listen, that other caller who said Leon Rose might get fired. No, Leon Rose ain't going nowhere. You understand? Because look at how he took this garbage dump Knicks team and cleaned it up and made him better. They made him good right now. Why would you fire him for that?
I didn't get a chance to respond to that. Good point.
One last thing I'm gonna say. All these players that Leon Rose really want to get. How do you not know if we don't have the money to get them? If they're on a contract? You're just gonna have to wait till they're a free agent and stuff like that. See, this is the stuff that they're not thinking about. Be good with the team you got, bro. You just gotta get healthy, click together, everybody contribute. Of course, to the guys on the bench, the minutes might be limited, but you gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready, be ready, and that can help your team right there. And once again, last thing I'm gonna say, Detroit, we're not scared of y'all, bro. We just focusing on getting our teams healthy. It goes beyond finals. You understand? We focusing on getting our team healthy. And guess what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna get knocked off. I bet $10 y'all gonna get knocked off the playoff before y'all face us. And if y'all face us, we gonna crush y'all. That's what's gonna happen. Because y'all ain't got the team that we got.
So one quick question: if we don't get to the finals this year, you keeping your team the same team next year?
Why not? I mean, maybe you gotta keep. I mean, maybe who's to know?
Okay, if you don't get to the finals, Moses,
make a move.
I hear you, brother, man. Thank you for the call, brother. I appreciate you. All right, I agree with some of the things he was saying, but yeah, he's bugging. We're not keeping the same team if you don't get to the finals. And also to the person who said fire Leon Rose if they don't win or something like that, I don't think that take is completely out of this world. I don't think it will happen because if you fail at your goal of winning the championship, you know, what is the punishment for that? I don't think you move to fire him, though. I think he would just be on the hot seat. But I don't think you would fire. I think that's a little excessive. That's why I was like, whoa, wait, where are we going? What's going on? Mike from Harlem, the PA. Talk to me, brother.
It was good, man. I'm glad you said he was bugging because that's what I was calling to say. We definitely blowing them up. Matter of fact, if we make it to the finals and it's a complete dominance by the other team, if we lose the finals and the way we lose the finals could determine whether we blow up this team. I think
that too. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
because I mean they're already looking kind of shaky. You know, during the season, a lot of talk around whether this team actually gels with each other is still in question. So. And Leon Rose get up out of here too, man. I don't know. Ain't nobody safe.
Right? Yeah, of course. No, yeah, we ain't scared. Like, we ain't spooky in the woods now. But yeah,
I don't think he will be. But I mean, it's still a possibility. Nobody's guaranteed. But yeah, I'm definitely ready for tonight. And something somebody brought up a great point on another podcast I was watching.
Okay.
Teams don't skip steps when it comes to where they end up in the playoffs and how far they go into the playoffs. So why is Detroit an exception? Yeah, they got Cade Cunningham. He's a great player, but other than that, why would they be the exception to skip steps when it comes to a playoff run? It just don't make sense.
Right. That's what I pointed out yesterday. They're trying to defy odds and do something that's never been done.
Facts.
Like, it's not happening, bro.
Yeah. It just, it would just go against history and all that. So, yeah, man, we'll see. I think they'll get they'll get humbled tonight. That's what I think is going to happen. So, we'll see.
Oh, yeah. And I hope they show up when we do Where There's Smoke, There's Fire tonight, too.
Oh, yeah. We're going to keep the same energy. We're going to keep the same energy.
I hope they show up, though. That's what I'm not confident they're going to show up.
Facts. Yeah, it get quiet when things don't go their way, man. It get quiet. So, we see. All right, brother.
And all right, man. Big time.
Yeah. Salute.
Big time salute. And that's why I didn't want to do the debate tonight. Not because I wouldn't have showed up, because I don't think that those guys would have had the heart to call in, right? I didn't even get the chance to share the screenshot that Detroit hater number 5 sent me. That was a kill shot right there. I didn't even get a chance to do it because there was so much going on. But
10 seconds.
It is what it is. It is what it is with that. I'm not worried about Detroit. You guys want to talk some more? We can. I do got another call, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion, and see if this brother's ready. If I miss your call, I will call you back. What's going on? Jose from the Bronx. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Karan?
Hey, you the one that called me yesterday to let me know I was live, right? I appreciate that, brother.
Yes.
Big time salute, man. Where you want to go?
Hey, listen. all I want to
Let's
say is
go.
for those brothers in Detroit and them ladies in Detroit, because you did say the ladies are coming on strong too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
they are.
for those who are the ones that are hunting us during the regular season, are they aware that we own the regular season record all time against Detroit?
Mm. I don't
Because
know if
I'm
they know that.
aware. Huh? Excuse
I
me?
don't. I don't know if they're aware. They're so concerned with the regular season, right? They should
Yes.
know that.
Yes, exactly. So, so I'm wondering, what are they going to do when we whip them again tonight?
Mm.
You know, what are they going to do? And I'm in
They gonna
agreement.
cower.
I believe so. I believe
Mm-hmm.
so. I believe so. They're going to be quiet. They ain't going to say a word because they hunting us. And when have you heard of the lion being hunted? You know,
Right.
where have you heard that? So I don't know what's going on there. I hope they know that we own that record, 181 to 222. I just wanted to put that out there in case any of them are listening,
Hey,
because
Detroit,
the
what
prey
you got
should
to
not
say?
be hunting the lion.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We don't think
Yes.
about them, but they think about us. They just can't
Oh,
get over that loss.
yes, yes, yes. And that's what it is. They can't get over that loss. But you know what? If we see them in the playoffs, they're going to take another loss. You made
That's
a
a
big
fact.
point. You made a big point last night about them having only one scorer. They could have two all-stars, but they only have one scorer.
Right.
You know, only one scorer. So even if they have two all-stars, that one scorer, when we put our defense on him,
Right.
when we go hunting him, it's all over. It's
It's
all
over.
over.
It's over.
That's
And
all I
I would
wanted to
guard him
say, my
single
brother.
coverage. But thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Great
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
Great call. Big time.
Yes, sir. All right.
To add to what my brother Jose was saying from the Bronx, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you, we guarding him. If I was coaching, and we're gonna see what they do tonight, guarding them single coverage. You know, we don't need to double team Cade. What you have to do against Detroit, you have to be able to defend pick and roll. You got to have a strategy to defend pick and roll. If you do not have a strategy to defend pick and roll, you're going to get cooked. You're going to get cooked. Once again, I do know that it's the middle of the day, and some of you guys are at work. So if you want, you can send in a donation, and I will read your message. Maybe you're in your cubicle, or you're in the middle of something. You only can listen, but you want to send in a message. Feel free to super chat, Cash App. The world is yours. You could also hit the link tree as well. Also, if you can call in, we have the $5 callback rule. Of course, each call, the first call you could call up. There's no calls, there's no charge for the first call. You hit the let's go, you got 3 minutes. But if you ever want to call back because you're triggered and someone says something that you don't like, feel free to call back and send the $5 Cash App or the $5 super, whatever you want to do. The world is yours. Also, we have the 82 Night series, right? Which is premium journals for those that are serious fans. You want to expand your basketball knowledge beyond the horizon. We have the playoff edition to this. It's called Game Night. You can pre-order it now on the link tree. The link that's in the bottom left corner of the screen, all right? And I look forward to, seeing you guys inside the 82 Nights Club. It's fire, and yeah, it's going down in a major way. So if you are interested in that, you could also hit the link tree. Linktree /TheObjectiveFan. And there was something else I wanted to say that he just said that was fire to me. He talked about the regular season record, but there was something else. Let me see if I got another call. Big time salute to Maxine, the super producer. But we got to continue getting the likes up. So as you enter the show, smash that like button once again. We have to let the algorithm know that this is a great show. All right. We got more topics to talk about. I am not done. I still got to get into why we're going to smash, Hulk smash the Detroit Pistons. I ain't worried about the goddamn Pistons. I'm not. So continue to smash the button. And of course, we got the 5K subscriber giveaway. We're on the road to 10,000. The next milestone is 5K. All you have to do is subscribe to enter to win this Jalen Brunson trading card. Okay? Wait, what? Disable ad blocker. Wait, what? What do you mean disable ad blocker? Get out of here. I'm not disabling my ad blocker. They wildin'. Anyway, are they gonna block me like this? No, I don't. I'm not interested. How do I? No, I don't want to do this. Oh man. Hold on, man. I don't know what's going on, man. How am I not logged into? Man. All right. Anyway, so the gist of this, the main gist of this article is that Mike Brown wants to throw Jeremy Sohan and Jose Alvarado into the fire, just like he did Jose Alvarado. He's the newest acquisition from the buyout market, and he should be making his season debut tonight. Now, OG Anunoby, I expect him to play. He practiced. You know, the toenail's gone. I mean, there's nothing else there. He just got to wait for it to grow back. So I don't see nothing keeping OG out of the lineup. I don't think conditioning will be an issue. He only missed 4 games. I know we had the All-Star break, but I think OG Anunoby will be fine. So I expect him to play. And I think Sohan, I think possibly where he'll be. You remember how Yabu got that 4-minute stretches? Like he would come in for like 4. I think they probably start Sohan out like that. Maybe give him a little bit more minutes. But I don't think that they're going to, you know, put so much pressure on Sohan. Now, he may have to guard Kate Cunningham tonight. We'll see how that goes. But Mike Brown plans to treat the newly acquired Jeremy Sohan, right, like his predecessor, Jose. He said Mose has a good season thus far. As a young guy, and as young guys know, I'll play the young guys, Brown said after practice at the team's Tarrytown training facility. I've played the young guys in front of the vets before, but I'm going to give Jeremy the opportunity. So my greatest concern, we talked about this like damn near a week ago. If not, it was definitely the 24-hour fanathon. And one of my concerns was that Sohan will take Mo Diawara's place in the rotation. It's sad to see it because I felt like the young brother was coming on. But if Sohan is balling out of this world, you know how I get down. I'm not a player fan. I am a Knicks fan. So if it's best for the Knicks, then it's best for me. But I just felt like Mo Diawara was showing so much potential and promise. I mean, he's probably the only player on the team that can do everything. I don't think there's another player on the team that could bring up the ball, right? Can be a power forward at 6'10", can defend damn near all 5 positions on the floor, can guard 94 feet as the point and guard the point of attack, can shoot the 3 ball. You know, I don't think there's nobody else on the team that could do that. I mean, we're talking about initiating offense as well, you know, but he's going to be out of there, you know, and they're going to give Sohan the opportunity. And some of you guys might feel, well, that Sohan deserves the opportunity. You know, what say you? This could be another topic that we could talk about. You know, Jose's a vet. He knows the league. The league knows him. He knows the officials. See, that's something too. You got to learn the officials. Vice versa. So they're going to get the opportunity. But at the end of the day, I'm going to play who I think is best for us right now. Jeremy hadn't played for us, so I got to see rather quickly what we have in him before getting to the playoffs. I'm cool with a Jeremy Sochan experiment going into the postseason because you got to see what you got. You see what you got with Mo Diawara. He's getting better, but do you trust that he will be ready for a postseason run? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I just noticed something. Kind of get on my nerves. All right, bet. So, but I don't know. What say you? You want to call up? You want to talk about it? We could talk about it. This is what Sochan had to say. Yeah, it's been tough. In my whole career, I've never been sitting on the bench and getting DNPs, did not play coaches' decisions. You got to go through a process of questioning why or what's happening. It can get stressful, he said. But at the end of the day, I came from England where basketball is not big. I know my worth. I know that I know what I could bring to the team. I'm blessed that the organization here has seen that. So the reason why this is important, he also says, I'm super excited to get a fresh slate and show what I can do. The reason why that's important is because I don't think they signed Sochan without the thought of playing him. I don't think that was the case. I think part of the agreement to bring him to the team was so that he's going to get minutes, because he just came from a scenario where he wasn't getting minutes in time. So I think one of the promises that Leon made to him to bring him here was, you're going to get the minutes in time. And that's why, from the gate, I was concerned. I'm like, oh, man, Diawara is going to be up out of there. Diawara is going to be up out of there. What say you? If you want to talk about this, you guys know the number, 646-995-8389. Call up. There's a couple of more game topics I want to talk about as well, and I'll get to those in between you guys' calls. But Mike Brown, oh, I do got a caller, and I'm going to get to what Mike Brown said. What's going on? Let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
What's going on, man? It's Snipes.
Hey, big time salute, Snipes. Glad to hear from you again. It's been a minute. Where you want to go, brother?
I don't understand how we could possibly lose tonight. They have no bigs. They got
right.
Paul Reed and Paul Reed only. I mean, who's the other big they have?
They got some it's a young boy. Can't remember his name. I'll go through it over it later. Yeah, nothing to be worried about though.
It's nothing to be worried about. They have no bigs.
Nothing to be worried about.
Going to have the time of his life tonight.
That's a fact.
Huck Porty may have the time of his life tonight. I mean, they have no bigs. This isn't even this is an exhibition match at this point.
Yep, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, they by the way, the young boy name is Tolu Smith, by the way. That's his name.
Right. Yeah. Sounds like the back of a cereal box. Nobody knows this guy. Nobody knows this guy, bro. You would have said his name, somebody would have thought he was a New Zealand rugby player. Nobody knows this guy, bro.
That's a fact, man. I agree. And also, we're 22-5 when this five, not even just start, when they play together. I'm gonna give you the starting number later, but that's just them overall when they was on the bench, when Hart was on the bench too. So
yeah. We're fully healthy. We're ready to go. We got Sochan going to have his grand debut. I mean, we're at the Garden. I mean, granted, these are the nights where you get somebody random to go off on you tonight. Fair enough, but in reality, they have no bigs. I just don't understand why there's even any tension or any delusion of the Pistons having any chance of winning tonight.
Yeah, they're living off the first two games, but they don't want to acknowledge that we didn't have our guys though. We did. This is the first time they see it in the 5. Now if they blow us out by 30 tonight with the 5.
Oh, I'm sick.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sick. Right.
Yeah,
but
they
didn't do that. So we
good. Check up on me tomorrow. If that happens, please call back and check up on me tomorrow because I'm sick.
I'm not sure if you a vampire, but we gonna be up tonight. We got a show called Where There's Smoke, There's Fire, and we're gonna be going live tonight. So I'm not sure how late you're gonna be up.
Yeah,
it's going down.
All right, bet I'll be there.
100%, man. But I'm with you. I did, and we did the show yesterday. I'm not sure if you got a chance to check it out. The Knicks War Room, where I completely
I missed that.
demolished
I got to catch it. I missed that.
Watch the
I know.
replay. Listen,
Yeah,
I
I'll check it out.
demolished them, brother.
All right, good.
Oh
good.
my God. Yo,
yeah, I know.
if
I
you
missed that.
gotta listen
I was
to it
out and about.
again.
All right,
all the people that
check
watched it, they got it. Yeah, it was bad.
Right, I will do.
100%, man. But anything else you want to add? You want to talk about Giannis and Mitchell Robinson? Wait,
you said Giannis and Mitch?
Seconds.
Oh yeah, well, we got 10 seconds, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, how about this? I'll just put it out there. Mo 3 is a dog. I don't want to see his minutes get cut. Shout out to Sohan for making the team, but yeah, Mo 3 is a dog. So that's that.
Big time salute. I appreciate that, brother.
All right, brother.
All right. That's my man Snipes. Long time no hear from. By the way, if you call and I ask you to say your name and where you're from, it's because the people hadn't heard you in a while. So I like to get, to introduce people if you didn't call in a while. Because we got a lot of new people listening to the show. And if you are new listening to the show, smash that like button. All right, we have to get the likes up. And my producer, Maxine, just let me know. We also got a super chat goal as well. So help show some support on the super chat side of things. And also, it's like a double-edged sword. When you send in the super chat, I will break down what you're saying because a lot of you guys are at work. You guys can't call in, and I understand. So when you send in the super chat, I will break it down, or Cash App, $/TheObjectiveFan, whichever you prefer, or even the link tree. No matter what it is, I will respond to your message, all right? And if you do want to call up, talk some more, 646-995-8389. I'm going to talk about Mike Brown. He said something recently that I thought that was pretty fire. And let me get this on the screen so y'all can see it. Mike Brown, and this is why I think we're going to blow them out too. This just confirms why I think we're going to blow them out, because he used the word pride. And this is something I hadn't really heard them say all year. And you got to have pride, man, in basketball. What is a basketball player without pride? Mike Brown challenging the Knicks' pride to turn the tide against the Pistons. That is a powerful word, man. Like, when we talk about pride, first of all, New York City salute to pride. Sometimes I feel like, it takes for a postseason to get these guys up and rolling. And we know the regular season, it is important because it counts, but it's not the end-all be-all. If we lose in the regular season, right, we still have the postseason, right? We still have the postseason. By the way, if you want to call back, hold on, I got to put this on the screen. Let people know. If you want to call back, we have a such thing called the $5 callback rule, okay? It's in effect. You have to send in a donation to call back, all right? The initial call, we'll let you rock out. But if you do want to call back, you got to hit the Cash App. The only reason why I'm going there, because like 3 people called back. So we got to, follow the rules, all right? Make sure we understand how this thing works so we can move smooth and cool. Let me get back to this point that I was getting into right now. Right? Now, the regular, like I was saying about the regular season, right? It's important, but when the playoffs comes, that's when it's like we go all out. I think that tonight, while it's not the end-all be-all, if we lose tonight, the season's not over. Oh my God, we're gonna lose. Tonight is independent of that, but I do think from a pride standpoint, you gotta have pride, bro. If you want to be great, you have to have pride. You got to take pride in your work. Mike Brown challenging the Knicks' pride. Yeah, it should mean something more, Mike Brown said. They didn't just win the game. They beat us pretty bad. So for us, I don't like to say that this game is more important than the next game. Every game is extremely important, but there comes to a certain point when you're in competition. If the wins and losses are lopsided, as though 2 losses, that should shake you up a little bit. we can't be excited just on the facts that, yeah, okay, in the postseason, we should wipe the floor with these guys. We know that. We know that in the postseason, we should wipe the floor with these guys. But just because that is the case, that doesn't mean that we're just going to sit here and just not play with pride, or we're going to sit here as fans and just give it a pass. That's why I let Detroit know, y'all won the first 2 games. I have no excuse. I have no excuse. I only have reasons as to why tonight we going to smoke y'all. And this is one of my reasons. Pride. You got to have pride in your play. That should shake you up. You got smacked. The Knicks, 35-20, lost their 2 games to the Pistons, and who's 40-13 by a combined 69 points. I don't really give a damn about that. Like I said earlier, it's still 2 wins. They could have won by 2 points combined. It doesn't change the fact that it's 2 wins. But it was domination. And from a pride standpoint, we got to take pride in our play. It was domination, and Brown believes in competitiveness should kick in for Thursday. Still, the coach reiterated that the regular season result won't give any indication about playoff success. Okay? Remember, who's the number 1 guy that's been saying that? Hold up. I've been saying that since last year. Before last year, actually. I've been saying that since when I started this channel. Of course, most of y'all won't know about it because y'all weren't here. Oh, by the way, big up to you guys in the chat. Hold on. Big up to the guys in the chat really quickly. Big time salute. We just crossed the 2,700 mark for subscribers. So we're getting close to that 3,000 mark, which is a great number. But our next milestone is 5,000. So continue to smash the like button, subscribe. I just wanted to celebrate that we crossed that 2,700 subscriber mark. That's pretty impressive. And the growth continues. Thanks to you guys and your support. I appreciate every single one of you guys who have taken the time to subscribe and watch every day. We're here twice a day. So I had to stop the show and say that. But I've been saying that. Hold on, no. The reason why I came out, because I want to raise my hand. I've been saying that since I started this channel on YouTube. I took us into series. I took us into the Boston series. I told y'all that. I took y'all into the Detroit series. I told y'all. I got a video that I do, and these videos I do, and I will do them again this season. 10 reasons why we'll beat every team we face. Powerful videos. Sort of like the Knicks in 10 show for the postseason. And in every video, I uttered, there's no indication that the regular season will influence how the playoff goes. We got to stop making the regular season the end-all, be-all. But pride is what's on the line tonight, not the playoffs. Pride. And that has to matter to these guys in the locker room. At the end of the day, if we win tomorrow or win in the next 2 games, or how many games we play the team, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that we're going to beat them come playoff time or vice versa. I'm a firm believer in that. I've been around this thing for too long to see some teams go 0-4 in the regular season and still win the series. We did it last year against Boston. They swept us. That's why last night I brought out the record. Do you guys know our record against the top 10 teams in the league? We're 7-5. Way better. So to all the people that think last year's team is better than this year, I don't think that. I think it's too early to determine that. But last year we didn't do that. Y'all remember last year 0-10 to the top 3 teams in the league, which just so happened to be the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Boston Celtics last year. 2 of those teams didn't even make it past the second round. And then, of course, OKC won the championship, but we didn't get a chance to see OKC in the playoffs. So he's been around too long to see it. That part doesn't matter. It's just about how the first 2 games turned out for us and having pride. It keeps going back to pride. You got to have the pride to reverse it. That's what I want to see tonight. And that's what I think we're going to see tonight. And that's why OG's like, I'm playing tonight. I don't know what y'all talk about. Yeah, you can put me on the injury report as game time decision. But I will be in the building tonight. And we will be here after the game where there's smoke, there's fire. No longer just on Fridays, but any day there's smoke, there will be fire. All right? That was a bar. I didn't write that or nothing. I actually just said that. That just kind of came out kind of cool. Let's see anything else from here. Okay, yeah, that's all for this article. But if you want to call up and talk about it, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I'm getting ready to continue beating down the Detroit Pistons. I did it last night. You didn't see the Knicks War Room. Right after we get off of here, go watch that video. And if you saw it last night, you should watch it again, because when you watch it again, I guarantee you, you're going to see things you've never seen before. What's good? What's good? My man Rock from the ATL. Talk to me, brother.
What up, Kay? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Just giving these Detroit Pistons at work.
You know
That's
what?
how we always do it.
You know, man, it was real Ralph T in their emotions, sensitivity that yesterday, man.
you right.
Oh man.
100%.
But in any case, right? You know what? I'm gonna say this, man. Yeah, we'll beat them today, but I ain't so enthused because they're gonna fall back on, well, we ain't got beef stew, we ain't got Durant. But we're gonna beat them just to beat them because they're in the Garden, you know. But I'm gonna tell you this: we could lose a close game to them tonight. I still wouldn't be concerned because we meant to beat them in the playoffs, so it wouldn't matter to me.
Me too. Same thing. That I'm still going to do the show tonight, win or lose. I'm still going to talk my talk because everything I said on the War Room still applies.
Matter of fact, if for some reason or another we lose to them tonight, close game, it'll just set them up for a bigger fall, a bigger failure. They're gonna feel worse in the postseason after we beat them.
Ooh, good point. Good point. Yeah, because they fans, I mean, you could hear the anger and the frustration, and they can't get over what happened last season.
Yeah, it's like remember the Shawshank Redemption? To be like the Detroit fan is the dude that tunneled through went through that tunnel, all that manure and everything, just to get to the end, and then his goons are standing right there. Okay, you finished climbing, getting and that dude. Okay, time to go back.
Time to go back. 100%. 100%. Nah, great point.
So they ain't nothing, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it tonight, though.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready. Yeah, it's gonna be a movie.
Right, definitely. All right, bro. See you after the game.
Big time.
All
right. So yeah. By the way, if you dig in the content once again, of course, like the video. Definitely gotta like the video. But you know, me and Maxine, you know, we have our producer meetings, and hey, you know, the post game show. Y'all gotta support the post game. If y'all like the post game show, y'all have to support. Speaking of the person I was just talking about, what's going on? Max, Super Max, the producer in the building. What's going on?
What's good? Listen,
I was just talking about you in the post game. Yeah, I was literally just talking about you and letting them know they got to support after the game shows, because those shows may go away. So, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, we definitely spoke about that, you know. But I'm very excited about tonight's post-game rendition, where there's smoke, there's fire. But I just wanted to call in real quick. It's Maxine, the super producer. I wanted to address something right now. We have over 300 plus people watching this stream. All right. The last time that I checked, we're at like about 333. But I'm looking at the like count, and we're sitting at anywhere from 150 to 155 likes. And that means half of y'all are watching for free and not even giving this a thumbs up. All right. I need y'all to come on, Knicks Nation. Listen, if you're one of the 333 people watching right now and you haven't liked the stream yet, I need you to do one thing for me. All right. I love you if you do. Hit that thumbs up button right now. We're going for 200 likes. That's only 50 more people or so. And out of 333 people watching, we got to get 50 more clicks. All right. All of these metrics really do matter. I'm behind the scenes working to push our content further because this show is just what's up. The Blue and Orange Brunch Show is popping. Drop some fire emojis if you're loving the content. So I need you guys to support OKF Nation with some thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed, right now the current metrics are 60% of people. All right, 60%. It's no longer 56 and it's no longer 58. We're now at 60%.
So it went up.
It went up because our audience is continuing to grow. We're reaching more new people. They don't know who we are. So it's very beneficial to make sure that you're subscribing. For all of those that are new coming in, subscribe. Welcome to the OKF Nation family. And if you have not joined our membership, make sure to upgrade to the membership. We actually have an amazing Knicks Fanathon 24-hour live stream that we just concluded on Saturday last week. And we're cutting up the footage, all right? So we're actually having a drip campaign. There's going to be 12 episodes, 1 episode, 2 hours long for the next 12 days. But if you are a member and you've upgraded into the OKF Nation official membership for $4.99, you're going to have access to all 12 videos to binge watch that this weekend, all right? So get in the membership. But I just wanted to come in, touch base, make sure that our metrics are cool, help us continue to grow. We have a goal of 10,000 subscribers. Our next stop is 5,000, and already we're 300 short from 3,000 subscribers, and we couldn't do it without you guys, all right? Maxine
100%.
Tuning out, man. Thanks
and
for
also
your
to
time.
add what Max was saying, thank you, Max. Also to add to what Super Max was saying, we got the 5K giveaway. As soon as we get 5K subscribers, we'll be giving away this Jalen Brunson rookie trading card.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So
Peace out.
big
Love
time.
you guys. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. But like Max was saying, I got to support the post game. It's never going to just be a post game show. We're always going to have a different angle because we do things differently. But you guys got to support the way there's smoke, there's fire, right? Because we're thinking about removing that programming and focusing on more pregame shows. So you let us know how you feel about that. We're curious to know. But we know from the support. So coming on the show, liking the show, subscribing, it all helps. Big time salute to my man, D from Los Angeles. He says, win by 800 points. Brunson 700 assists tonight. I feel you. Man, yo, first of all, hold up. Big time salute to my man, D from Los Angeles. Win by 800 points. Brunson 700 assists tonight. Let's go. I'm riding with that. I think Jalen Brunson is going to have a great game. I think Towns is going to look good. And I think OG's going to bowl out like he never left. I'm curious to see what happens with Sohan. And I'm going to explain it to you guys why I feel the way I do as strongly as I feel. But big time salute to you, D from Los Angeles. I do appreciate the super chat. And I got a couple of people who called. I have to get on the line. He just super chatted. Let me see if I can get him on the line. D, if you're listening, you're the next in the queue. What's going on, brother? I appreciate that super chat as well.
Nah, no doubt. And I'm going to add to what Maxine said. For y'all Knicks fans who want Jalen Brunson to get that $400 million, you better like.
Let's go. I like that.
Nah, but I'm just keep it straight to the point. Regular season, do they matter? Do they not? All I know is tonight of all nights, I don't even want us to, I don't care if we lose by half a point. I'm not trying to hear anything about no losses. We need to win by 8 trillion. You know what I mean? Because now look at the chat, man. I know Detroit fans ain't got nowhere to go. I feel you. I feel it. You know what I mean? Like, we got these folks talking reckless. And to their defense, they have every right to in this regular season because they've shown out. Knicks, you need to beat them by. It needs to be a record. And 100 points. Nah, we gotta do it like that because, as folks have already talked, the locker room needs that energy. We already know the rosters there. We know all of this stuff, but we just need to prove to ourselves that we are ready for this championship run. Of course, in my opinion, because of the roster and how much I believe in it, this game doesn't matter in the bigger picture, but it matters in the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this game by all means. You know what I'm saying?
100%. It's based on pride.
Point
We're
blank.
playing for pride. And
Point
that's what
blank.
Mike Brown was trying to say in that article.
Point blank. Karl Anthony Towns. I hope you're listening, bruh. I don't care who's missing. I don't care who they got. I don't care if it's my uncle and auntie in Detroit playing for the Pistons. Beat them by $8 billion.
I agree.
You know
Lay
what I'm
the
saying?
smackdown.
Kill them. It's all good.
I agree. I'm riding with you, brother. I think we got a great shot to do it.
He said, this our channel now. Nah, you ain't got no channel, bruh. It's okay. But guess what, though? You can donate, though, and you can hit those likes.
I agree. Yeah. Hey, we accept Detroit money? It's the
100%.
US dollar. So
Facts.
That's
But
a
I'm
fact,
out,
you know?
boss. I'm
Big time.
out. Stay up.
Big time. All right. Like the brother said, man, smash that like button, man. And we will not allow Detroit to take over this show. And but to all the people that's new to the show, the joke was made. Detroit Fan TV. It didn't go over well on the chat last night. I am not a Detroit Pistons channel. We get a lot of ops, not just Detroit. All of them come through here. Indiana been quiet because they've been trashed this year, but Boston, they all through here. Matter of fact, one of the channel members that was gifted a membership is a Celtics fan. So we got our fair share of opponents on this channel from Philly. I mean, all the teams, Laker, all of them. They all here. So, but the thing with Detroit, they coming out en masse because they don't like us, and I give them a platform where they could speak. But it was a joke that was actually started by someone in the chat. I'm not sure if that was AP. You can let me know if I'm wrong, AP, if it was you or not. But I could have sworn it was you that started that on the Knick Fanathon, the Detroit Fan TV. But is this a joke? I am not a Detroit Pistons channel. And you could see it last night from the debate. I demolished them. They were saying some outlandish stuff. All you gotta do is go look in the comments. And that's how you know. Speaking of Detroit, this is a perfect segue. Because one of the haters, by the way, we got 12 Detroit haters that called the show. So this is number 2. What's going on? Number 2 in the building, man. Where you want to go, man?
I want to go as this is now the Detroit takeover spotlight. Star in the Knicks getting choked by 50 tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
And listen, I noticed you've been you a stat man, right? Why you didn't give us the stats on both losses? You didn't give us the comparison from both benches.
Well, I conceded that you guys were having a better regular season.
That's what you need to focus on. Don't ignore that. Those are your L's.
Well, you talking about the bench points total?
Yeah,
you played way more guys.
It doesn't matter. Our points and threes outweigh all of your geometrics, all of your economics that you're going to read through your stats. None of them is none of that stuff you was reading last night. You did not read your losses from both games, from the 31-point loss to the 38-point loss. You didn't read none of that. You know, don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. And second of all, what else I was about to say? Shout out to all them funky bombs I gave the free subs to. Did you give out the subs yet? I need you to divide the subs into not just Knicks fans, to Miami fan and a Boston fan. I want them to be in y'all.
So here's what happened. You super chatted it. So when you super chat, there's an option to give out membership. So what I'll do is once I get paid from YouTube, I'll then give up those memberships.
Yeah, make sure you get them subs out, man. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, 100%. I appreciate it. Right. No, whatever support you give, I help. I'm just letting you know with the process. But if you ever want to, I'm not saying you want to do it again, but if you do want to do it again, whether it's on this channel or somebody else's, when you hit the $, it says membership gifted.
And who was that senior citizen before me talking about, what was he saying? This is our channel now, man. We took this channel over, man. We took it over.
That's Cap.
2 weeks ago.
But go ahead.
We've been took this channel over, man. You talking about, bro, listen, we are the #1 team. When you talk about us, say the #1 team is not OKC. We are the #1 team, okay? As the record stands right now, it's not the best team in the East. We already conquered that. Y'all are where you are not where you want to be. We are where you want to be at. You would like to be 40 or 13, right? Right.
No, I don't really give a damn about that. I want to go to the championship.
So then why you care about today's game?
For
It's
pride.
not about the championship.
Pride. It's pride.
What's the pride? If you win today, you still lose the series.
No, we're not. We're definitely going to win this series, but today is just to make you guys feel a little less about yourself.
How you don't win the series? You got to meet us in the playoffs to win the series. The regular season series
and we're not going to meet.
Lost.
You're right. You're right. We're not going to meet in the playoffs.
We're going to meet if you win the second round. It's evident. You got to play if you win the second round.
Y'all got to get out of the first round first.
Seconds.
Y'all got to get out of but brother, listen, man. I appreciate the support. This is not Detroit channel, but I appreciate the support, brother.
For sure. All
right, big time. All right, so yeah, that's Detroit. You know, they calling the young guys. Hey, you know, I'm not banning nobody. As long as they're not disrespectful, Maxine already knows. So all the mods listening too, as long as Detroit is not disrespecting nobody, they are allowed to chat. And they're gonna talk their craziness in the chat. That's just what it is. Right? If you don't want to see Detroit chat, I think you could hide comment. Hold on. I think you might could hide them. I don't know. There's some options in there, right? There's some options in there. I think you could hide somebody. So if you're triggered to that point, you could just hide them, okay? I mean, but it's just basketball talk. No one should trigger you to a point where you got to hide somebody. But big time salute to everybody and rocking with us. We do appreciate all the support. If you guys want to continue to call. By the way, he keeps talking about, see, this is what I want to do, right? This is what I want to do, because this will lead into the butt whooping that we're going to give these guys tonight. I'm going to show you something. He's talking about from the first two games. Why the hell do I care about what these guys are doing in two games? Can we talk about all 53 of their games? Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. I'm going to do a split screen. Let's see. I remember how to do it. We're going to do a split screen, and what we're going to look at right now, we're going to analyze where these Pistons are. Damn, how did I do the split screen? Hold on. Let me get it. We're going to analyze the Pistons bench and our bench. That's what I want to do right now. Yeah, I can't do the split screen. It's all good. We still do it this way. Watch me remember 2 hours later how to do the split screen. Anyway, so I just want to look at our scorers, right? All right. Look at the buckets that we have on this team. Now, I'm not even gonna count how Jose Alvarado. He only played 3 games. I could be petty and count his 14, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't think that's fair, right? But this is what our bench is doing. Landry Shamet, 9.6 points. Jordan Clarkson, 9.1 points. And we have a problem with Jordan Clarkson. Hold on, can you see that? We have a problem with Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson's averaging 9.1 points per game. All right? 9.1 points per game. What the hell is this guy talking about? What are we discussing? Oh, wait, hold on. Before, you got to slow down the show. Big time salute to my man, Killer B, for donating the channel memberships, man. First of all, hold on, Killer B. I got to give you the big time salute on that. I do appreciate that, man. Because we do have a goal to get our channel members up. Our goal for channel members is 500. Maybe I'm gonna start pushing the channel member goal. So we want to get 500 channel members. Big time salute to my man Killer B for donating the memberships. Let me see if I could see exactly who got it. Hold on, let me come out of here so I could see who got it. And I'm gonna salute you guys and welcome you to OKF Nation, man. We appreciate all of the support. We are independent media, okay? So we do this ourselves. We're not hired by nobody. That's why I get on the mic and I could talk freely as I want. All right? Yeah. I control this show. Big time salute. So I want to salute my man Michael. Is that Michael Dorbuck? Okay. Big time salute to you. Big time salute to Mean Fantana. Big time salute to you. Big time salute to, is that Hockey Moston? Big time salute to you. T. Rivera, big time salute to you. My 2 cents, big time salute to you. My 2 cents, you have to send me an email. My 2 cents, please. You won one of the prizes that was on the Fanathon. My 2 cents, you gotta send me an email. But big time salute, welcome. Welcome to OKF Nation. We appreciate that support. If you guys ever want to donate a membership, you can. Big time. And big time salute to Skywalker too for donating 2 memberships. I'll once I get the money from YouTube, I'll give away those 2 memberships from Skywalker. You know, so you can say what you want about Detroit. At least they showing love in the midst of the trolling and the back and forth, right? At least they're showing love. But Killer B, man, you are the MVP. Matter of fact, Killer B, you also was a key contributor on the Knicks Fanathon as well. So big time salute to all you guys in getting all of those memberships. Welcome to the OKF Nation. All right. We gets it in. By the way, the first thing you want to do is you want to join Discord. That's the first thing you want to do. That's where it gets lit tonight. We're going to be rocking while the game is on. I'm going to be up in there giving my stats and facts, but let me get back to this really quickly. 27 points per game, Jalen Brunson, right? 19. I mean, they don't got weapons like this. So I'm going to pull up Detroit next. I'm still trying to see if I could get it side to side. I've been multitasking. I was trying to get it side to side. I don't know why. What happened to the split screen option? It's not there. But now I'm going to go to Detroit, all right? But hold on. Before I go, just remember the bench. Deuce McBride, 12.9 points off the bench. Landry Shamet, 9.6 points off the bench. Jordan Clarkson, 9.1 points off the bench. Jose Alvarado's averaging 14, but I'm a downgrade it. Let's just say Jose, let's add him for another 10. Not 14. I could be petty and be like 14, but no, I'm just going to add Jose at that mark, right? And Sohan, we don't even know what the hell Sohan might. Sohan was averaging 11.5 points per game last year. He might give you 11 off the goddamn bench. Since we want to talk about bench Detroit, all right? You got to understand we had a lot of injuries, which compromised the integrity of our bench. A lot of our bench guys had to start for us, all right? That's another key fact that Detroit doesn't realize. But I want to look at Detroit's guys. Let's look at the Pistons. Let's see what these guys are providing for the season. Forget the first 2 games. I conceded the first 2 games to the Detroit Pistons. All right, y'all won. What do you want me to say? Doesn't mean you're going to win the playoffs. But let's look at your bench right now. They got bucket getters on their bench. First off, look at the vast difference in the buckets. Yeah, Cade Cunningham, 25 per game. Durant, 17 per game. If Karl Anthony Towns averaged 17 points, what would y'all say? He has to go. Y'all already get on Cat now. I could only imagine if Cat averaged 17 and 10. They bragging on the dude that's averaging 17 and 10. Are y'all serious? And we're supposed to be scared of this? Like, Detroit, seriously. Your second best player who can't get his own bucket, mind you. He can't get his own bucket. We know that. He's very limited in his game. We're supposed to be like this. Oh, no. You don't got enough buckets to beat us, bro. I'm keeping it real. You don't got enough buckets. Then your next guy averages 13 points per game. Knicks Nation. If OG Anunoby averaged 13 points a game, what we want to do with him? If Mikal Bridges averages 13 points a game, what do we want to do with them? That would be a huge disappointment. That would be a huge letdown. What in the hell are we talking about here? Duncan Robinson, 12 points. If Mikal Bridges averaged 12 points, what would we want to do with him? But let's get to the bench. Let's get to the bench. Isaiah Stewart averages 10 points per game. That's their leading bench scorer. Ooh, wow, he gets buckets. If Isaiah Stewart was on our team, he'd be the 3rd highest bench scorer on our bench. Since we want to talk about benches, let's talk about benching. Jaden Ivey's not on the team. Jaden Ivey is the 2nd highest bench scorer. He's no longer on the goddamn team. What the hell are they talking about? A bench. I watch your team, Detroit. I watched the last 10 Detroit Pistons games. Can you say you did that for the Knicks? I watched the last 10 games. I know what you got. I know your team. I know who Tolu Smith is. I know your team. I study your team. Your bench is not that nice. Now, if you want to look at when you add all these guys together, oh, do they average more than the Knicks bench? Okay. But the Knicks bench, like I said, we had a lot of injuries. We have guys missing games, bro. We got Mitchell Robinson on load management. We don't know when the hell he gonna play. So our bench hasn't been consistent. Then we got the young bulls coming up. But Ryan Holland is your second leading bench guy at 8.1 points per game. Ryan Holland wouldn't even be in our rotation. Facts. With Shamet, with Deuce, with now Jose Alvarado, and now Sohan, Ron Holland wouldn't even be in our rotation. The hell are you talking about? And then the supreme bucket getter. Ooh, I'm scared. Ooh, Dennis Jenkins. Oh my God, that guy is. Oh my God, he's the best I ever seen. He only averages 8.1 points, bro. What are we talking about? Yes, he might be one of your best three-point shooters, but he only averages 8.1 points, though. You don't got killers in. Oh, we got guys that could drop 20 points. So if you got guys that could drop 20, what the hell do we got? In the last 3 games, Jose Alvarado dropped 20. Can we say the same thing about any of your guys? Paul Reed started when he had 20 points. You don't think I watched the game? Paul Reed started. That's why he got the 20 points. They ran pick and roll. You went up against the Toronto Raptors with Portal, who's not that great of a rim protector. Y'all ran pick and roll to death. They had no answer for the pick and roll. Scotty Barnes was the only defender on the floor. You cooked the rest of the Raptors. They had no answers for you. Wow, impressed me. We did the same thing. Show me something that we didn't do. Detroit did not do nothing that we did not do, ladies and gentlemen. I pointed this out last night in the Knicks War Room. Their record against the top 10 teams is 9-3. Our record is 7-5. Remember, we play each other, so our records count. If you remove our 2 games, our records are very comparable. They didn't play OKC yet. We didn't play OKC yet. They didn't play the Spurs yet. We played the Spurs twice, technically. We beat them in the cup, but then they beat us the game after that, right? Denver, they went 2-0 against Denver. We went 1-0 against Denver. They played Houston, went 0-1. We didn't play Houston yet. They went 1-1 with the Cavs. We went 2-0 with the Cavs. When you break it down and you look at what we're doing against the same level of competition, it's the same goddamn thing. Like, stop, bro. I watch you play. Y'all bragging. Then guys, the last scouting report we did, they bragging that, yo, man, we led the league. This was then. The numbers changed now. We led the league. Well, we're second in the league in single-digit wins with 21. I was like, oh, man, that's cute. We got 20 blowouts in that same span of time. We ain't trying to go close. So, yeah, y'all could be the best clutch team. We smacking teams in the regular season. And guess what we going to do tonight? We going to smack you too. The hell are these guys talking about? A bench, dog? Man, your bench wouldn't even be in our rotation. Y'all got to relax, bro. Y'all getting too hyped. Y'all hadn't won a series since 2008. And y'all sitting here. And you could tell, if you watched the Knicks War Room last night, they had no energy for a championship. The brother hated number 7 was on the line like, I think we could win the championship. It's like he had to convince himself. Their championship is beating us. That's what their championship is. And they won't get any wins against us. All right, 646-995-8389. There's more. I'm gonna do more. Let me see if I miss any calls. Let me see if this person wants to call back. 646-995-8389. Hopefully, Detroit, you like my bench breakdown. I know you're not gonna like it, but pure facts. Let's see if this person answers. If not, we'll keep it pushing, and I'll continue breaking down why we'll destroy the Detroit Pistons. Person's not answering. All right. And in the meantime, let's get the likes up. All right. All right. We at 218. Let's get the likes to 250, y'all. So if you just entered the show, smash that like button. All right. Let's get the likes to 250. All right. We appreciate all the support. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. They value the likes, so we value it too, because we want to be seen in front of more people. And like Maxine just updated, it used to be 58.8%, but now it's 60%. 60% of you guys are watching the show, but you're not subscribed. Smash that subscribe button so we can close the gap. All right. It's very imperative that you do. And we also have the 5K giveaway. This is the next milestone on our road to 10,000. Yes, we're happy we reached the 2,700 mark, but we got bigger goals and ideas in mind. And one of the things we want to do, we want to get to 5K. So that's another reason and incentive to smash that subscribe button, because we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card simply for subscribing to the channel. All right. So, there's more. Now, let me show you why I'm confident we'll blow these guys out. Hold on, let me get this call in. What's going on, caller? State your name and where you're calling from.
Hey man, my name Eddie. I'm calling from Hollywood, but I'm from New York.
Oh, big time salute, Eddie. Hollywood in the building. Where we going?
Nah, I just wanted to say for the little Detroit fan, he was talking about them threes, right? That's what he was saying. We couldn't beat the three.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the same thing Boston thought too when we came back from 2 20-point leads, right?
Talk to him.
Yeah, so and when they talk about Mikal fourth quarter, they don't talk about the mid-range, the bucket. So we look, tonight game really do matter.
Right.
Because the same way we had injuries, now we don't, and they got players out. So that excuse got to go out the window.
100%.
But I'm excited to see them lose by more than 25 tonight.
Ooh, I'm riding with you.
OG and McHale's.
100%. I agree. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to smack them.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm saying that because I got the numbers and stats that I'm getting ready to go over to further corroborate what I'm saying.
No, absolutely. And the playoffs last year showed. It showed last year. It ain't
100%.
much of a big difference. But
I agree.
I appreciate it, man.
Big time, man. I got your number locked in. So next time you call, I know who you are. Big time.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
All right. That's my man Eddie from New York, from Harlem. No, he said from New York to Hollywood. Big time salute to him. Yeah, I love it. And this is what we can do. Y'all can call up, y'all can super. If you can't call up because you at work and your boss ain't letting you get a break, you could always send in a super, man. And I will respond to it with the respect of a phone call, because I understand you guys, it's the middle of the day, you guys moving, shaking, and popping, but you're listening. And so this is how we combat Detroit. Call up. Call up. Dominate the chat. The chat's in subscriber only mode, right? So, subscribe. Let your voices be heard. Drown them out. Because there's way more New York people in here than Detroit. And that's how we deal with Detroit going forward. So I want to look at some of these odds and things. We know that the Knicks are a -3.5, a favorite. And I keep asking Detroit, when was the last time? Oh, 4.5. Wait, the odds might have changed. Hold up. Let me refresh the screen. Just like that, Vegas gave us more of a shot. When's the last time the Detroit Pistons was an underdog going into a game? Did it happen in the last 10 games?
10 seconds.
Why is Vegas so confident that the Knicks are going to prevail tonight? Why? Can you guys tell me? I'm going to tell you. So the Detroit Pistons are a really good road team. They are 18-7 on the road. But we're 21-7 at home. Key distinction is, though, hold on, let me get my Detroit scouting notes together. The key distinction, though, is the Knicks, we are 9-4. That check that. We are 9-4 at home against 500 and above teams. So our issue isn't playing against the top teams. We're 7-5 overall against the top 10 teams. The issue is on the road, which the first 2 games were on the road. We did not have our starting 5, who, when they play together, we're 18-5. I'm going to get the update to the actual starting 5 number, but that I'm just talking about when those 5 play together, we're 18-5 plus 2 on the year. I'm going to get you the actual starting number when we do the next Knicks in 10 show. So Detroit didn't blow this lineup out. This is the same Knicks team that has done this. Hold on. By the way, last 10 games, Knicks have the number 1 defense in the NBA. Not the number 2 defense. All right? Not the number 2 defense. Big time salute to the Knicks for getting the number 1 defense. The Detroit Pistons in the last 10 games, they are a number 4 defense, which is cute. It's nice. We're a -10. Listen to me. If you understand rating. So how defensive rating works like this. The lower the number, the better. Offensive rating, the higher the number, the better. So when you look at the defensive aspect, we're a -10. On the regular season, our rating is 113. In the last 10 games, we're a 103. We're like +3. We're -3 ahead of the next defense, which I think is OKC. Can't remember who the second defense was, but it doesn't even matter. The defense has been phenomenal. Let me remind you how good this defense is by letting you know some of the performances that we put up in the last 10 games. We blew out the Philadelphia 76ers by record numbers in Philadelphia. Big time salute to the boys in orange and blue. Record numbers. 49 points. The largest Knicks team blowout against a Sixers team. We lost to Indiana, which sucks. It is what it is. It happens. But we blew out the Boston Celtics, the number 2 offense. Let's go. We lost to Detroit, but since they want to talk about this game, we could have a conversation about the game if you want. Who played in this game for the New York Knicks? They had on their side no Harris and no Durant. That's what they didn't have, those 2 guys, and Robinson, right? Right? We didn't have no Towns, no OG, no Deuce. No Towns, no OG, no Deuce. We started a lineup. I don't even think this lineup ever played together. The starting lineup was Mo Diawara, Mitchell Robinson, Hart, Bridges, Brunson. We had no offense at whatsoever. Josh Hart had a bad game, and that really cost us because we could have used Josh Hart from a playmaking standpoint. But Mitchell Robinson provides no offense. Mo Diawara doesn't provide enough consistent offense. This is who they're bragging that they blew out in Detroit. They're bragging that they beat a team that didn't have their guy. Now, they didn't have Durant, right? They didn't have Harris. No, Harris did play. Hold on. They didn't have Durant, and they didn't have Robinson. Okay. No, Robinson was there. Hold up. I'm bugging. What the hell am I talking about? They had Robinson. They had their team. Besides Durant. Durant is the only one that didn't play, for the record. Durant didn't play, and I don't think Saric played, but they waived Saric at the time, so it doesn't even matter. But Herter played, so my bad. Oh, hold up. I was wrong. I thought that Harris didn't play this game. I guess that was the first game. Nonetheless, it don't matter. They had their team besides Durant. Now, let me tell you what Detroit does. Why losing Towns is way more important than losing Durant. Durant does not create any offense by himself. Karl-Anthony Towns makes plays for himself. Now, it would be nice for others to make plays for him, and I think that's what Alvarado will be doing going forward. But Towns can get a bucket by himself. That was a big blow not having Towns. And you add OG, who's our third option. So you don't got your second and your third option. How do you expect us to get buckets? And then our fifth option had a terrible game. So, of course, it's going to be easy to trap Brunson. We don't got no Deuce McBride. We don't got no Jose Alvarado. Tyler Kolek was shook. There was no one else there to take the pressure off. But guess what we got now? We got my brother Grand Theft Alvarado. He's going to be there to shake it up. We got Landry Shamet, all right, who's going to be even better because now he doesn't have to be the man off the bench. And Mitchell Robinson has not shown up when we needed him to start. He's better off the bench, and guess where he's going to be? Off the bench. I think Mitchell Robinson going to come in tonight. Mitchell Robinson might get 6-7 offensive rebounds tonight. So what the hell are we talking about, Detroit? You're bragging on this. I'm not making an excuse. This is not, I don't want you to think I'm making an excuse. We lost, period. I take the loss. But I'm just letting you know the difference between tonight and why we're a -4.5. Vegas is not stupid. They're not trying to lose no money. There's no way you can make Detroit the favorite because another element that won't be there is Stewart. Stewart had some good games again. He had 15 points. He only had 3 rebounds, but he was solid on defensively and boxing out Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson also only had 3 rebounds. So he neutralized Mitchell Robinson this game. I hate to admit it, but he did. And in the first game, so I could refresh their damn memories, Beef Stewart was also there. Now, he may not have had the greatest scoring game, but his 9 rebounds was instrumental. Beef Stew is not going to be there. That is the one main X factor for the Detroit Pistons. Damn, I had it somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up really quick. Hold on. Let me come out of research mode. I'm a multitask. Big time salute to my man AP. AP. He says, you know how old I was in 1989? 11. Okay. 90, 12. And 2004, 26. And they talking about us 1973. 2004 was 22 years ago. Stop yelling about 2004. Tell them, yo, that is a bar. AP. That's why I try to tell the dude. We don't even have to go to championship, AP. Let's go to playoff series wins. They hadn't won a playoff series since 2008, let alone got a home playoff win. And they are talking about a championship. You are one first-round loss away from being considered a fluke. If y'all losing the first round again this year, y'all gonna be a fluke. And like hater number 7 said yesterday on the broadcast, he said, yo, the season's not over yet. We may not be the regular season champions. They don't got the confidence, y'all. I'm telling you, they lack the confidence. They lack the mental fortitude to beat us in the 7-game series. Forget tough. Oh, they're tough. Oh, okay. If Stewart get it off the bench is tough, okay. I think it's stupid. And if that's their definition of tough, then I'd rather not be tough. I'm pulling up the number behind the scenes too. Their record without Beef Stew. I had it somewhere, but let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. What their record is without the brother. All right? Because to me, that's going to be telling because he's not going to be there tonight. Oh, damn. Oh, man, they messed me up. Hold on. They messed me up. I'm going to get that number. But he, to me, more so than Duran, he's the big X factor because he brings a level of physicality to the game that gives the Knicks problems. Now, I ain't scared of Beef Stew, but I'm just keeping it real that he will be, that'll be a big time difference. Damn, I can't get the stat right now. I'm going to try to get it later in the broadcast. I don't know why I can't. Hold on. What's their overall record? They're 40-13, right? Never mind. I can't get it. I can't get it. But to me, that's going to be the difference for them. They're going to need him. And with his toughness and what he brings, he's not going to be there. He's the one X factor. So now, last game, we didn't have Towns. First game, we started the double big lineup. I could put that on the screen. Right? The first game, I'm not sure if Detroit remembers this, but here's another key factor, right? So game 2, we already know we didn't have our guys. Not that we're excusing the loss, but we're just being, factual for the sake of conversation. So this was game 1, right? What do we notice about the starting lineup, y'all? I'm highlighting it on the screen. Double big lineup. This game was the end of the double big lineup. We never went to this lineup again. Thank God. The double big lineup was trash. We are 5-7 when we play the double big lineup. He should have never went with the goddamn double big lineup. And guess what? He won't be going with the double big lineup again. Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns play better apart. Facts. All you have to do, you can start with plus minus. When they're together, they have negative plus minus. When they're apart, they're positive. Even in that stretch that we just had, when I did the Knicks and 10 show, when we went 7-3, they were a minus 0.7. Both positive. I don't remember the exact number, but they both were positive, of course. You put them together, they're a -7. And they played half the time together. Now, you don't even see the double big lineup. So this is a major adjustment, Detroit. So now you don't got Beef Stew, because remember, the argument was, at least you had Stewart. You didn't have Durant, but at least you have Stewart. Now you don't have both of them because Stewart, he couldn't man up and take a fade. Right? Or he couldn't he couldn't man up and just take a foul. Listen, Detroit, y'all got scary energy, bro. Y'all got scary energy. Y'all spooky in the woods right now, dog. Y'all got scary energy. Karl Anthony Towns got punched in the face, was leaking blood. Nobody gets fouled harder than Towns. Did I ever see Towns go and put his hands in the man's face? We don't advocate violence. But what do you think is going to happen if you put your hands in a man's face? Now, let's not fight? But you disrespected the man. And then you don't want to fight. And then Beef Stew got to run off the bench like an idiot and get 7 games. And that may have cost you the game tonight. So that's a major difference for Detroit, a major disadvantage. And this is part of the reason why they're -10.5. Now, yes, they had the number 2 offensive rating in the last 10 games. That's cute. That's cool. But I got faith in our number 1 defense because of the competition and the guys that we beat. I didn't finish going down the list. We smacked Boston. We beat Denver in overtime, held them to 108 points in regulation. This is the number 1 offense in basketball in Denver, who we stifled. The only reason why they scored 127 points, it took them 2 overtimes to get there. The Los Angeles Lakers, top 10 offense, number 1 field goal percentage shooting team, number 1 team at getting to the free throw line. We overwhelmed them in the final minutes of this game. We did this against top offenses. Well, our defense is not number 1 against Portland and Sacramento and Brooklyn. There's not a whole bunch of that on the resume. Yes, we played those 3 teams, but that's it. Like, we've been doing this against good competition. Detroit overall, you have the number 11 offense. You peeking into the top 10. We're number 3 in offense, and I think we have the ability to get to number 2. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we finish number 1. We're getting ready to go on an offense resurgence. I talked about that before. I'm going to talk more about that in the Knicks in 10 show. They're finally figuring it out again after the NBA Cup curse. But that was another point I brought out last night, that we are top 10 offense and defense. That's a requirement for the last 37 out of the last 40 champions. You have to be a top 10 defense and a top 10 offense. Rebounding. We are a superior rebounding team to the Pistons. Overall, the Detroit Pistons are, they third and fourth in rebounds. But in the last 10 games, they have slipped. They are 14th in rebounds. They are -2 on the glass. 14th place in the last 10 games. We are in 7th place. But the beauty of where we are in New York is the defensive rebounding. That is the key to the defense. In the last, and I will talk more about this on the Knicks in 10 show, right? If you don't know what the Knicks in 10 show is, a show I do every 10 games breaking down the Knicks. Anyway, so we are third in defensive rebounds at 35.3 per game, +2 on the year from where we are on the year. Defensive rebounding is the essential part of defense because it ends the possession. More defensive rebounds means that your defense gets more stops. It's that simple. It's not complicated. It's not hard. I think our rebounding percentage is like very high. The defensive, I think it's in the 70s. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's really good. It's elite. If we can continue to defensive rebound at this clip, our defense should remain a top 10 defense for the season. I'll talk about that again. Now, we talk about Detroit number 2 offense in the last 10 games. We're the number 6 offense in the last 10 games. Offense is finally meeting defense for us. When you talk about field goal percentage, we're both similar. We both shoot around 48.7.3%. The major key and the major difference is three-point shooting. The Detroit Pistons are bottom 10 in all 3 three-point categories. That's makes, attempts, percentages. They shoot 34.9% on the year. I dropped this last night. You need more offense to beat us. You don't have enough offense. Wait, hold on. Where's my? I got too much goddamn notes, y'all. In the last, Detroit averages 10 threes a game, right? On the season. Anytime we've faced a team that shoots 11 threes or less, we're 10-1. In the last 10 games, the Detroit Pistons are putting up 10 threes a game. They're 28th in makes. You don't have enough offense, Detroit, to beat us. You're going to have to shoot the 3-ball to beat us. You can't shoot the 3-ball, you're going to get cooked. So while they having a good run, it's going to end the night. But they got 5 in a row. Let's pull it up. I can't remember. I think they got 5 in a row. No, 4 out of the last 5, because they did lose to Washington. How could I forget that? I saw that game too. You know what killed them in that Washington game? They couldn't hit the 3-ball. Washington was killing them from downtown. Now, game 2, we shot great from the 3-point line, 47%. Once again, that was a team that didn't have our guys. The same guys that propelled us during the run weren't there. It's fact. OG Anunoby, we 8-0 with OG Anunoby. There we go 2-2 without him. Just saying. Not an excuse. I'm just telling you why tonight. I'm just letting you know where the evidence points. We are going to cook you tonight. You don't have enough offense to compete with us. In the last 10 games, we're shooting 38.6% from 3-point line. To all you guys that don't like the 3-ball, this Knicks team is shooting a better percentage while shooting the same amount of threes. We're +1. That is major. Then, this has nothing to do with why we're going to blow them out. But to everybody who thinks that Jalen Brunson dribble, and Jalen Brunson don't pass the ball, and that's cap. It's cap. When we talk about assist percentage, all right? You ready for this, y'all? Hold on. Let me introduce this. Hold on. Let me get this introduction the right way. Let's get some drum rolls. The Detroit Pistons in the last 10 games are 20th in assist percentage, meaning that only 61.8% of their buckets are assisted on, meaning that they have way more isolation in terms of getting their buckets not being assisted upon. That's what assist percentage measures. Overall, they're 17th, and they're 62% on the season. Are you ready for the boys in orange and blue? With Brunson, the chucker, Brunson, the guy who doesn't pass the ball. In the last 10 games, we're 7th with 67.7% assist percentage rate. In the last 10 games, we're top 10 in getting guys shots off assists. Stop demeaning Jalen Brunson. You don't do it to the other guys. I'm tired of it. You don't say it about SGA. I be testing, oh, yeah, no, but SGA, he's there, so okay. Well, he takes shots. His usage rate is higher than Jalen Brunson's. Well, he's 6'6", so what? None of these guys can go. Yo, I can't wait for tonight. With the team we got out there, they're going to be cooked. But we're top 10 in assist percentage. What you got to say about that, New York? Overall, we're 14th. And we're 63.75. So we're +4% in the last 10 games. That is the adjustment. That is a part of the reason why I'm telling you there's going to be an offensive resurgence. It's coming. I'm not saying it because of my opinion, New York City. I'm saying it because of the numbers. I am Stat Master Miyagi. This is what I do for fun. We talked about their bench. Their bench in the okay, to make it even worse. To make the Detroit Pistons bench even worse. Now, yes, because they play like 12 guys, they average way more bench points than us. But when you look at the effectiveness of each individual guy, when the going gets tough, they don't have a Jordan Clarkson on their bench. You say what you want about Jordan Clarkson. Put Jordan Clarkson in a scenario where they're going to use him. And he'll show you how quality he'll be. In the last 10 games, when we look at the bench, Isaiah Stewart's averaging 9 points. So he's -1. Paul Reed averaging 8.7 because he started and he had that 122-point game. But with the 22-point game, he's averaging 8.7 points. Woo! I'm scared. Oh, my God. Asar Thompson, who starts, he's averaging 7.6 points per game. Dennis Jenkins, the young phenom, he's killing it, y'all. Yo, Dennis Jenkins is nice. He just got the 2-year deal. He's averaging 9.2 points. Mostly everybody's numbers is down in the last 10 games. And I'm supposed to be scared. Ron Holland, 7 points a game. Karis LeVert, who's a big disappointment. Hey, y'all, listen. You see how we're disappointed in Jordan Clarkson? Karis LeVert has been a worse disappointment in Detroit. I read their own blog. I pulled that out last night on the show. Go watch that Knicks War Room show. I gave them the business. I said, yo, tell the truth. Karis LeVert, he's been a big-time disappointment. Number 7 was like, yeah. All he could do was, yeah. Big time salute to my man, Mr. Knicks, for the super chat. I do appreciate you. He said if we meet them in the playoff, got to pack the paint and force them to shoot threes. Also got to make others create like Thompson besides Kate. And that's what I'm doing. Listen, Mr. Knicks, I appreciate the super chat. Let me tell you something. That's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. But instead of packing the paint like it's a zone, I'm playing K straight up. We're going to switch on the pick and roll, and we're going to rotate because guess what? They can't shoot threes. That is the key to beat them. Don't double K. That's the worst mistake you could ever make. Let OG guard Cade. They're going to run, pick and roll. We switching. We're going to bring that help side defender over to cover the roll and the back door. We got to watch the back doors too. They get a lot of sneaky buckets, right? Got to watch the back door, but the rotation, you let them get some open three. They're not going to make it. Don't double him. All I got to say is don't double. Just be prepared to rotate. Turn them into a three-point shooting team. So I agree with your premise, but I'm just looking at it differently because you got to bring help defense over because they play that dunker spot. It's the pass to the pass. They run the screen and roll, and the diver is actually a threat to pass too because Stewart and Durant, believe it or not, could pass. They're solid passers. They can do a good job of recognizing hockey assist opportunities, right? And they call it secondary assist in the NBA. It's not a real stat, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're the league leaders in that because they do get a lot of diving from the dunker spot or diving and dunker spot opportunities. So you got to watch that. But I don't know if Paul Reed is a passer that Durant and those guys is. So we're going to see tonight. And I'm curious to see how they plan on defending it. But I'm guarding Cade single cover. If you have to double Cade Cunningham, you're going to get cooked. That's just what it is. You cannot double him. Also, he's very aggressive. Another major key in the series, there's two major keys. And I'm not sure if we talked about it last night. But it was talked about somewhere. I'm not sure if it was last night. I don't remember. But here's another key thing about the Detroit Pistons. Damn, I don't got the number. They are last in fouls. I'm going to tell you how much fouls they average a game. So the Detroit Pistons, they averaged 22.4. This is on the other side. They draw fouls, though. They do a good job drawing fouls. And I'm going to get to that in a second. But look, 22.2 fouls a game. They are in last place. They can't help their self. They foul too much. Sometimes it takes them out of games. They are super aggressive. Imagine a team of Karl Anthony Towns. That's what they are. Fouls come back to bite them every single time. So they send teams to the line. Look at the opponent free throws. Look at this. They give up the most free throws. They give up 22.2 and 27.9. Don't be surprised the Knicks free throws go up against Detroit in a postseason battle. Don't be surprised if the Knicks get 30 free throws up tonight. This is what they do on a regular basis. And then, to make matters worse for them, even though they also draw a lot of fouls, they draw 21.9 themselves. So they're giving up plus 0.5 a game. But they're terrible at the free throw line. They're shooting 75% as a unit. Let's look at the individuals. Jalen Durant is solid. Of course, we know Cade is solid, right? Asar Thomas. What's he doing at the free throw line? He shoots 3 a game. He takes the third most amount of free throws. And the rest of these guys, they're decent. Karis LeVert, not so good. Paul Reed. Hey, we might have to do a hacker read. No, I'm joking. We don't ever have to hack a nobody because you know why? We confident in our defense. Anybody who runs a hacker Mitch, y'all not confident in your defense. Sorry if y'all couldn't see that. I was just talking about this guy here, Paul Reed. But as a unit, they miss free throws. And they miss a lot of free throws down the stretch. So overall, they're solid. Like individually, like a lot of their key guys are in the mid-70s. but they have a propensity of missing free throws at the wrong time. So, something else to consider. Pressure situations, they crack. And the playoffs are full of pressure situations. Man, there's a lot more, but if you guys want to call up to talk about this, we can. 646-995-8389. Thank you for the super chats, all the people that donated and showed support. If you can't call up, feel free to send in the Cash App, or you can send in the super chat, and I would treat it in place of a call. If you called before and you want to call back, here are the rules. Everybody gets the opportunity to call their first 3 minutes. You hear the let's go, buzzer goes off at the end. If you are triggered and you disagree with me, you can send in a $5 Cash App or $5 super chat, and that would be to $TheObjectiveFan, and that'll get you back on the line. All right. I don't think we got no callbacks today. Or you can hit the link tree as well, and that link tree is on the link if you also want to call back. So just to give you guys some options, if you want to participate in the show, and you can call or you can't call, right? But yeah, phone lines are open if you want to talk about the Pistons. I hope you see why I say what I say. I am not a fan that is surface level. Okay? I am not surface level. I am telling you why, in my opinion, we will smack the Detroit Pistons. Not just beat them. I think we're going to smack them. We started with pride. We ended on numbers. Offensively, we're going to put out our best lineup to combat them. We have the number 1 defense in the NBA. Let that register under Mike Brown. When's the last time we had a number 1 defense ever in a point of a season? I can't say that. Coach Tibbs definitely might have did it a couple of times, but not in recent years. And definitely not last year. But because I know I do the Knicks in 10 show. Yeah, we was never number 1 in defense for no stretch. But it is what it is, man. Call up if you want to call up. Let me see if there's anything else too with the usually I like to go to NBA.com as well, because NBA.com does a nice little bar chart that we could look at comparing both teams. Oh, also, about this game tonight, it's going to also be on MSG. All right. So it's on Prime, but it's also going to be on MSG. I'm going to get into this after I take this call. What's good, Darren? Talk to me, brother. How you feeling?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm very confident heading into this game. Do you agree with me and my confidence?
Karan, absolutely. The Knicks, especially with them 2 big boys out, there ain't no excuse to lose tonight, right?
That's a fact.
Besides the win, Karan, I want to see the Knicks play with some chippiness tonight.
Oh yeah.
We owe this team. So I want to see some physicalness. I want to see some attitude, and we got to go after these boys. Look, last year they beat us 3-1 regular season. Playoffs is a different animal. So I think what's going to hurt the Pistons, they play hard, they play great defense, they got good coaching. Come playoff time, when focus is on Cade, we blitz Cade, get the ball out of his hands, who's their second best scoring option? Their second best player to me is Jalen Durant, and he can't get his offense on his own. So I think that's going to come back to hurt them. In the playoffs, we know it's slowed down to a half-court game. How they going to score when it's slowed down like that? Here's another thing, Karan, I want to ask you. I saw last time when Asar Thompson was out there, we guarded him at the 3-point line.
Right.
We don't need to play him like that.
No.
How do you feel about OG guarding him and playing like a safety, being off of him, playing help?
I don't mind it if Cade is on the floor, off the floor, but I think he needs to take Cade, because I need to guard Cade single coverage. But I think that is a good alternative too, though. I think you might see some of that. You know?
Yeah, because we need to help off him. Like they help off Josh, but Josh has been hitting the 3-ball better this year. But when we play Asar, like when we played them in the playoffs, they had to take him off the court, if you remember, because we weren't covering him.
Right.
And then if he's off the court, obviously that hurts their defense big time.
Big
But
time.
I need to see Jalen bounce back today, which I believe he will, because the last time Asar had him, played him tough. I need someone. I need to see Bridges. I need to see Cat dominate tonight. There ain't no excuse for Cat not to dominate tonight.
No
but
excuse.
I need to see Bridges. I want to see him do something tonight, and I want to see Sohan a little bit on Cade. See how that work.
I think you're going to see that too. Yeah, I think you're going to see that too, 100%. So it might not all be on OG. I think they're going to mix it up, and I look forward to it.
Here's the thing, Carano. With OG, 100%, I love him on Cade. But they're going to always set the screen. They're going to get him off Cade.
Right.
So that's why
we got to be prepared to switch.
Yeah, we got to switch, but that's when the Knicks get confused. And let me throw this in here with Brunson. I've been wanting to call about this with Brunson. I need Brunson. We know he's limited defensively. He needs to stay on the shooter. Stay on your shooter, bro. Stop being confused with the switches. Stop helping like you OG. Stay on the shooter. Let's go.
Okay. Big time. I appreciate the call, brother.
All right, come on. Later.
All right. Yeah, I even though I slightly disagree with the strategy, I get where he's coming from, and I think they're going to employ it. I think they're going to do a whole lot of different things to throw off Detroit. So I think we're going to see everything. You're going to see OG on Cade, him on the other side. I like what he's saying. He's saying to help off Asar, but usually that's Jalen Brunson's land, because I don't know if I want Jalen Brunson on Robinson. Robinson is I gotta watch my thoughts because Detroit's watching. Robinson has a propensity to get buckets. He does. And I feel like that'll be a tougher cover for Jalen Brunson. And my job is to protect the star player. And I think he'll have to play less defense than on Asar. What's going on? Joe from AC.
What's up, man? Joe from
Talk
AC.
to me,
How
brother.
we doing tonight?
Let's go. We doing good, man.
I was hearing you guys talk yesterday about the Detroit fans, and I was listening to hater number 7 talk, and there was a point that he brought up that I kind of wanted to address.
Okay.
So yesterday he said something about like along the lines of, if we're so bad, we have Cade's not good, all this. How did we get here? How did we get this many wins? And I'm thinking to myself like, yo, the wins that you guys are getting are not like the wins that we're getting. I swear, there's 5 games this season that we lost that we should have won. And that alone, we would be tied with them right now. And they went on a tangent in the beginning of the season. And I'm just thinking like, yo, let me check these guys' scores to see who they're actually beating and by how much. They're not even beating quality teams by many points. They're winning so many games by like 1 or 2 points. I'm like, yo, like, are these guys really legit? Like, I don't think these guys should be thinking they're as good as they are, in my opinion. I know they have a good record or whatever, and it says that they're good, but I feel like, some of these stats you're bringing up, you can't deny what you're saying,
That's a fact. They can't hang with me last night.
Yeah. And you know what, too? And I just feel like the whole thing with the parades, I'm not worried about a parade right now. Like, we're going to be going to the parade this year. Like, don't worry about the parade.
Right. Don't worry about what we doing.
Yeah. So, all this stuff about the parades, you guys won friggin' 20 years ago, whatever. Like, sorry, family show. But, I mean, dude, that's all I really got to say to the Pistons fans, man. We'll see what happens what goes down tonight. You know what I'm saying? Tonight's going to be a big one. So.
Oh, yeah. Massive.
Yeah, I'm expecting that we win tonight, though. Tonight, I'm saying we win this game,
100%. And I gave you the numbers.
There's a lot of things too, like with Alvarado, the emergence of him. Like, is he going to step it up again tonight? Is he going to have a big game? How does that change the flow of things? And now I don't know if Sohan's going to be playing tonight.
He's going to play. Yeah, Mike Brown said he's throwing him in the fire. Yep.
All right, so there we go. You know, this is already going to be different. So, and
100%.
last time we played them, Brunson went 0 from 8. Yeah, he went 0 to 8 from 3. So he's
Yep.
not doing that again. Come on.
That's not happening.
There's no way he's doing that again. So, I mean, Piston fans, you guys actually better watch out tonight. We got a new look Knicks coming at you, and you better hold your breath. Let's go. Let's go, Knicks. Thanks for taking my
10
call.
seconds.
Thank you. You got it, man. Big time salute. Joe from AC in the building. Yo, I mean, he said it right. One of the things I wanted to say was that's why I kept bringing up that stat. They were bragging about having the second best, the second most single digit victories. I was like, well, we got 20 double digit victories. Like, how do you weigh that? You got 21 single, we got 20 double. And the only reason why we're not tied with you is because we lost some games. Dallas, Indiana, 2 right off the top of the head. That we shouldn't, the Celtics that time, that the Celtics lost, we shouldn't have had either. The Spurs, that's 4 right there. That's 4 losses that we should not have had. Sacramento, that's 5. We execute differently, put out different lineups, we probably win those games. It happens, though. You're going to lose. You can't win every game, just like Detroit lost to Washington. We all got games like that on our resume. OKC went to overtime with Indiana, the first game of the year. I'm like, oh, snap. The hell is this? Then they beat OKC the second time around. So, you know, you're going to have these lapses throughout the year. And will you be number 1 after tonight, Detroit? I'm telling you, you won't be number 1. No, we're going to take away your number 1 seed. See, that's what we're talking about when we talk about pride. As you guys enter and watch the show, we got to get the likes up. All right? Let's continue to smash the like button. It's very important and very imperative. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this show is one of the best shows rocking on YouTube. It's very important that we do it. Right now, we're at 277. Let's get the likes up to 300. Big time salute to everybody that's in the chat. We do appreciate the support. And also, while you at it, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And we noticed that in the last 28 days, new analytics just came in. It's not 58.8%, but 60% of you guys that watch, you guys are not subscribed. So let's close the gap and bring us closer to our goals. And if you love the New York Knicks, I know you'll love this Jalen Brunson rookie trading card. Everybody who subscribed is entered into a giveaway contest. As soon as we hit that 5K mark, we will be shipping this card out. So help us reach our goals. And we want to give you guys a nice gift in support. 646-995-8389. Call up. Talked about a lot today. Damn, there was another Giannis article I want to touch on, but I might save that for later. I might say that for tomorrow. Yeah, there's another Giannis joint, but if you want to call up 646-995-8389, call up. Let me know your thoughts. I wanted to look at this. The ESPN, the NBA game charts, okay? So that's what this is. This is the NBA game chart. And it talks about season averages versus players. We just a phenomenal offense. We got the offense. Overall, they have the defense, but in the last 10 games, we've been the number 1 defense. We have the rebounding, we have the assists, right? They got the steals. They're number 1 in, or if they're not number 1, let me tell you what their exact number is. I know they're in the tops in steals and blocks. Why don't I have it? Oh boy. They're top 3, if not top 1 in these stats. Hold on. I got Detroit right here. Let's pull it up. Yeah, they're number 1 in steals and blocks. So they lead the league in that. That's one thing that they do. And because their half-court offense is so basic, they can only run pick and roll. Pick and roll, handoffs, diver, dunker action. Simple. You pack in the paint, you shut all of that down. Make them beat you from 3. Very simple. If you're playing numbers and percentages, they're not going to beat you from 3, especially in the 7-game series. They're not proven to be able to do it. When it comes to field goal percentage overall, we're within 0.8% because they are the number 1 paint team in basketball. They average around 57 paint points per game. So they love the paint. Sorry if you can't see it. They love the paint. But we right there. As terms of threes, this is where the separation occurs. 37.8% from 3, damn near 38%. They're only 34.9. That is abysmal. That is bad. That is Busora. Just to give you an additional bonus stat. All right, let me give you an additional bonus stat. Anytime a team shoots less than 62% from downtown, they average less than 62%. I'm sorry, 36.2%. So let me give you that stat as I go into the 82 Nights Club. This is what I do, by the way. By the way, when I'm talking about, as I pull up the stat, when I'm talking about the 82 Nights Club, I'm talking about this here. I sell this series here. It's called the 82 Nights Series. It's a journal with an online reservoir of stats that you get access to when you purchase this. So if you are interested in learning more about the 82 Nights Club, all you got to do is hit the link tree. We also have the playoff edition to this. It's called Game Night, the playoff edition. You can check it out by smashing the link tree. I'm going to try to get the trailer done before the game comes on so I can play it for you. It's going to be fire. Let me back research. But in the meantime, in between time, let me get this stat as well. So we do a great job against teams that don't shoot the 3 ball well. That's just what one of our strengths are. And I don't think Detroit's going to be shooting the ball well. Last 10 games, 34.5%. That means you haven't been producing and you haven't been performing. But I got the record right here. Anytime opponents shoot less than 36.2% from 3, our record is 23-5. 23-5. Let that sink in and register. You don't have enough offense to beat us. And we're going to show you guys that tonight. Please send us to the free throw line. 79%, just under 80. Please, Detroit, send us to the line. And then second chance points is pretty much even. Like I told you, they average 57 points in the paint. I know about the goddamn more about the Pistons than the Detroit Pistons fans know. Honestly, I know more about the goddamn Pistons than. How many of you Pistons fans knew that off the top of the head? You average 57 paint points per game. I don't even think y'all knew that. But here's what the concern is. The 18.4 fast break points, that's something to watch. And I'll give you the stat on the fast break points. No, I don't got the stat. No, I do, but I don't got the stats on that. I don't got the stats on the opponent fast break point. Maybe I'll work on that. Hold on, let me write that down. Opponent fast break point. I'm looking to that. But they get a lot of fast break points because they force a lot of turnovers. And they get out in transition to supplement their offense because their half-court offense, like I said, is basic. Any good defense would be able to beat them. Like if they go up against the Celtics, I'm keeping it real. If they go up against the Celtics, all the Celtics are going to do, they're going to pack in the paint and force them to shoot threes. And that's what the Celtics want you to do. They want you to shoot threes. This is why Boston, hold on, Boston. I got to have a conversation with the city of Boston really quick. If you are a Boston subscriber, right, or someone from Boston that watches the channel, I need you to go get your top Boston content creator. I would like to invite them into the war room. And I want to show you why. Based on some good discussion, no ad hominem attacks, just peaceful, great vibes, great conversation. I just want to show you why we're going to crack. If we face the Boston Celtics, I think we might beat them in 5 games, if not sweep. And I want to have a conversation because I want to show you that strategy that I just said, if you do that against the Knicks, y'all be cooked. But against the Pistons, that's what Boston's going to do. They're going to pack in the paint and force them to shoot threes. And that's why the Pistons can't beat the Celtics in the playoff series. 646-995-8389. Call up. You want to talk more. We talking about Detroit versus New York. Tonight is the night. It's going down in 3 hours, right? Is that 7 o'clock? No, 7:30? So yeah, 3 hours. It's going down tonight. All right. Let's continue to smash the like button, y'all. 9 more likes from 300. Let's go. Let's make it our duty. Oh, also, as you guys smash that like button and continue to subscribe as well, you know we have to close that subscriber gap. It's very important. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Damn, there was something else I wanted to go to. Oh, yeah. By the way, if you wanted to call back up, all right, you could always send in a donation, just to let you know. You can hit the link tree. You can hit the Cash App. The choice is yours and what it is you would like to do to participate on this show. All right? We appreciate all the support, and we salute everybody who donates. How many people do that? We show love and support, and we shout out the people who donate. We shout out the channel members. Matter of fact, big time salute to all the channel members in the building right now. Crim's Dad. Uh-oh. Crim's Dad, you got to stop. I'm from Boston. You're a Knicks fan. Get out of here, Crim's Dad. But it's great to see you in the chat, Crim's Dad. Big time salute to you. Who else? We got Maxine, the super producer. I just had to throw her in there. JJ, big time salute to JJ. Salute to all the channel members in the building right now. JJ, are you in the Discord? I don't think JJ's in the Discord. I know JJ PNYC's in the Discord. JJ, you need to get in the Discord, brother. My man Killer B, big time salute to Killer B. I appreciate you, Killer B. Thank you for all of your support. J Rose, I see you, J Rose. So I salute all the members. I salute all the the donators, the people who don't, the donators. Is that shit? The donators? Is that a good ring? I don't like it. The people who donate. All right, cool. Yeah, we show love to everybody. We show love to everybody. But this is why I think we're gonna crush them. You know, our best player is better than theirs. Yes, I'm going there. I'm willing to have a Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham conversation. Cade is great. Cade is going to be phenomenal. I like Cade a lot. I think he might start for the Team USA team in 2028. I think Cade is good. But right now, I'm not talking about 2028. It's 2026. I got Jalen Brunson ahead of Cade. Still, I think Jalen Brunson is that dude. I think he's him. But just look across the board how we match up. I just think we're better. Like, Detroit, yeah, I just think we're better. I don't think you're on our level. And I'm not just talking about regular season when I say that. Because that's what they're going to point to. Well, we beat you to 2 games and we got a better record. That's cool. I'm talking about postseason play. Not the regular season. Yeah, 646-995-8389. Let's see if we reached our likes goal. We're almost there. We're 5 away from the likes goal. We're 5 away. Come on, let's get to 300, man. We got to get to 300. It's imperative that we do. Big time salute to everybody in the building. If you at work and listen to this, put up a briefcase emoji. If you at work listening to this, this is what my goal is too. This is what I mean by enhancing the fan experience. If you at work and you're listening to this, I understand it's going to be tough, to get through your workday. But if you could listen to shows like this, this is what our goal is, man. It's to help you guys, get through it. Because, it's good to have something to listen to while you're at work. 100%. Nah, he's not a Celtic fan. He's not a Celtic fan. Big time salute to you, Hem272. We appreciate the super chat. I see you in there. We appreciate the love that you showed. He's not, don't fall for it. He's not a Celtic fan. He may be from Boston, but he's not a Celtic. Yeah, if you at work, man, we appreciate you guys. But continue to smash that like button. We only got 4 more to go. 3 more to go. Let YouTube know that this show is rocking in the afternoon. I think we found our time slot. I like the 1 o'clock, 12:30 to 1 o'clock kind of vibe. I think that would be the time for this show. And this show is a weekly show. So from Tuesday to Friday, we do a Blue and Orange breakfast show. So pretty much most mornings you wake up. Well, I keep saying mornings. Most afternoons you wake up or you not wake up, but you at work, you'll see we go live. And this is one of my favorite. I know I say that every show, but this is one of my favorite shows. It's one of my favorite shows because I feel like we start the day off right, and we're ready for the Knicks event, whether it be a game or it's like it prepares us for what's to come later. Big time salute. We definitely crushed that 300 like mark. Big time salute to you guys in the chat for helping us get there. We do appreciate the support, man. And supporting can also be likes. Big time salute. So tonight we got Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. That's going to be a movie. And then tomorrow we got the Blue and Orange Breakfast Show. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you tonight. And until next time, let's go.